Darling, y'all know Zeta. It's been a while since she's acted up, and Zeta, come here, mommy. Come here, Zay. Y'all know it's been a while since Zeta has acted up. Come here, Bobby. What's wrong with you? Come say hi to my YouTube people. Say hi. Come say hi to everybody, mommy. They haven't seen you in a while. Come say hi. Come say hi, Bobby. Come say hi. Come say hi, Bobby. Hello, darling. How are you all doing, darling? Come on in. Don't be shy. I don't bite. Unless, of course, you're into that type of thing. Oh, darling. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button on the way in, darling. Okay. Please come on in, hit the like button, come through. Okay, y'all might need to go get a cup of tea for this stream because the tea is hot here. Okay, the tea is extremely hot. I'm not really going to do a whole big introduction. I'm really just going to get right into it because we have a lot to cover. Just to kind of preface this a little bit. So, yesterday, JR had asked me to come on to the Lapeef show, but I wasn't able to make it. Okay. So, now later on in the night, by now it's super late. Like the whole house is asleep. My homegirl ends up hitting me up and she's like, Six, why are you not on Lapeef tonight? You have got to get on there. They got people on there acting a fool. So I'm like, keep in mind, we in a bed, okay? Sleep, whole house sleep. So I go ahead, I crack my eye open, pull the phone, I tune into the conversation, and I'm sitting there like, like as soon as I tune in, I'm just sitting here like, what is going on here? Now, let me say this as well. I don't know how long some of you have been, kind of following me, but there was a point in time where I definitely would call myself a Pan Africanist. Okay. Now, I'm a firm believer in when you know better, you do better. For a very long time, I bought into the rhetoric of as Black people, we're all one people. It's divisive to have anything otherwise. We're all Africans at the end of the day. I truly felt like that at one point of time in time. Okay. If those of you who don't know, I was in Hidden Colors 5. I was able to meet the good brother Tariq. And once I started working with Tariq, I like to expand my horizons, hear different perspective from different people. When I first heard Tariq speaking about the FBA term, for those of you who don't know, FBA means Foundational Black American. If you are FBA, that means your great grandparents were here, your great granddaddy, a lot of your grandfathers probably built a lot of this country. It means that you can trace your lineage back multiple generations that all lead back here in America. Okay. I am FBA on both sides. My mother's side of the family is from Pennsylvania, going back at least 4 generations. And on my father's side, they are from North Carolina, going at least 5. Okay. So I am as FBA as it gets. When you look at us as foundational Black Americans, we have a different phenotype, different skin tone, different structure. This is not because white people mixed with us. It's because we have an Aboriginal American aesthetic. This is why us here look different than Black people on the continent. Okay. What makes you who you are is your cultural upbringing. And it was when I used to refer to myself strictly as African, I would have African people come to me and be like, "You're not African. What part of Africa are you from? What African language you from? Have you ever been to Africa?" And I used to fight it so hard and be like, "No, I am African. No, I am African." And after a while, I'm like, Why am I fighting this so hard? I'm from Florida. I was not born in Florida, but I was raised most of my life in Florida. My grandfather built half of our hometown in Pennsylvania. My father is a jazz musician, which is an FBA cultural invention. Why am I claiming to be African? Is that where our DNA may lead back to? Yes. Has their culture made me any part of who I am today? Absolutely. But I am not claiming to be African because I am African. Right? So at some point, I had to say, let me be proud of who I am. We are one of the few, if not only, Black people in a country where we did not leave our country for a better life. My ancestors stayed here and fought for us to have a better life, to have rights, to have freedom. We did not run. We did not go somewhere else and eat off of someone else and live off of someone else. Our ancestors stood right here, made it a life for us, and fought. That's who you come from. You come from survivors. You come from Black Americans who made it happen. Be proud of that. And I had to learn the Pan African thing is one sided. Us here in America, we're welcoming them here. Let them come here, tell us about our culture, our government, our laws. We share everything with them. And then in return, they call us lazy, stupid, and niggas. So I had to learn be proud that you are a Black American. All right. Now, when we speak on immigrant Black people, I'm going to say this. I love my people. I do not have any love for Black people who work against us and put us back. I do not have love for Black looking people who gaslight Black American people as to what our experience is here. Okay. This comments like this will get you blocked today. Okay. Do not come in here and say, not true. This is stupid. If you feel as though something I'm saying is not true, you need to be a grown adult and articulate why with facts of what I'm saying is not true. You're not allowed to come in here with baseless arguments today. I got time today because I ain't told a lie yet on this stream. So don't come in here talking about not true. A lot of y'all say that when you get triggered and that truth just hits you and you're like, that's not true with no basis to back up that argument. We're not doing this today. I'm a proud FBA woman with a lot of common sense, and I know exactly how to articulate my thoughts. If you, as grown ass men, cannot do the same, I don't know what to tell you. But I will not have any tolerance for any emotional arguments. That's not true. You hurt my feelings. That will get you blocked because you're distracting us from the conversation today. So now what you have is people that ran from their countries and come here, where they don't have 24-hour electricity, where their government is corrupt. Okay, where they have to pay for a hospital visit, pay for a kindergarten education, where they have dirt floors, dirt roads. Okay, so they come here and they come here with a scarcity mindset. And they come here with the mindset of just sit down, shut up, and take it because anything is better than going back to the dirt roads and 10-hour a day electricity that you came from. Period. All right. And that's just the reality. You do not see Black Americans going to anyone else's countries disrespecting their culture and their experiences. If I go to another Black country, I cannot come to your country and tell you what it's going to be. It's disrespectful. They try to say we don't have a culture here. We have a culture here all the way down in Florida with stick music, all the way up to Detroit with step dancing. All right. We absolutely have a culture here. All right. So now I'm going to pull up this conversation of what was going on. All right. We have to show respect for where we come from. If our ancestors believed in just sitting down, shutting up, and taking it, a lot of us would still be picking cotton as we speak. How dare you come to our country and step on the work that our ancestors did to create a better life for us? We did not get where we are today by sitting down, shutting up, and making the best out of it. All right. We got where we are today. And I'm going to put the link, I'm going to put this link in the chat because anyone that wants smoke can get it. The link is right here. I'm going to pin it. I don't want to hear nobody in this chat talking about oh 06. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to hear it. If you cannot come up here, cam up, show your face, let your voice be heard. I don't want to hear it. Okay. Anybody that I am talking about on this stream, I firmly believe that if you talk about somebody, they can have the right to come up here and speak for themselves. So anybody that I'm about to drag for filth in this video, you are free to come up here and say what you need to say as well. I'm going to pin this link so that you all can come up if you so desire. So do not come over here and sit here and tell us, excuse me, let me make sure. Let me pin the link. Now, y'all get ready. The amount of non-FBA babble that is about to go down in this stream is outrageous. Okay, there was the sisters in this stream. I want to say only one sister on this stream. No, two sisters on this stream are not FBA. But what I will say between K and Q, they're not FBA, but they're on code. Because y'all try to make it seem like FBA people just have a problem with non-FBA people. No, we don't have a problem with non-FBA people who respect us, respect the work that our ancestors put in so that you could come here for better opportunity as well. We have no problem with non-FBA people who stay on code and don't try to come here and tell us that the justice system is not biased against us, that racism is not a thing. Those non-FBA people that come in here and you're not fighting against all the work our ancestors did, we don't have a problem with us. Yes, I believe K is Nigerian and Q is, I want to say, Jamaican. Okay, but you don't see Q and K getting off code talking about Black people don't get treated differently in the justice system. Get out of here. All right. So I want to make it very clear. The issue is not, oh, I don't like non-FBA people. That's not the case. There are plenty non-FBA people who know how to stay on code and know how to show respect. Okay. Now, let me address this as well, because you know me and Anton are very close. All right. I understand Anton and why he does the things he does and the way he moves. All right. Though me and Anton disagree on a lot, we have never, ever disrespected each other because of it. Anton knows exactly where I stand and I know exactly where he stands. All right. You do not have to agree with everything someone says. I don't have to, quote unquote, have smoke for Anton. Anton knows exactly how I feel. I know how he feels. He knows how I feel. Anton has never disrespected me because of my beliefs, and I'm not going to disrespect him because of his. At the end of the day, Anton is over there taking care of a Black wife and a Black daughter with a Black family. So he can say what he wants to say. Where it matters, guess who he's taking care of? Black women. So I'm not going to sit and really go back and forth with Anton too much. There's a lot of other people I would have to come for before I come for him once. All right. So, you know, I'm very sensitive about that. We're not going to do this. We're going to focus on what matters here in this stream. All right. Now, I will say this. These non-immigrant people have to be called out. On this stream, unfortunately, they're just, what we needed on this stream was a strong, masculine FBA brother with common sense. If we would have had one strong, masculine brother with common sense on this panel, this whole conversation would have went totally different. Okay. We cannot allow these non-FBA immigrants who do not have a vested interest in building this country to come onto our media platforms and gaslight us. We cannot allow that to happen. When that happens, it needs to be called out. All right. So by the time this stream was over with, the rhetoric was 6 is a Karen, 6 is a fraud, 6 is a chameleon. Keep in mind, it's a bunch of men in this chat that are up at 2 a.m. that are not getting no ass, no puss, nothing. Real niggas already got some ass and they sleep. Okay. They are not out here incels. They're getting fucked and sucked on the regular. They don't have time to be up at 2 a.m. arguing with people online. All right. So keep in mind, the men in this chat are the men that they watch your social media, they watch your Instagram, but they know they could never, ever have a chance in real life. So they sit and they wait on the opportunity to have something to say about you. Because when y'all look at this interaction, anybody with common sense is going to be able to see that this was unacceptable. This stream was outrageous. I could not believe what was allowed to go down on this stream. And y'all talk so bad about Anton. Guess what? If Anton was on this stream, he would never have allowed these grown ass men to act the way they did. So y'all can say what you want to say about Anton. I don't care. Because when it matters, he come through. If Anton was on this panel last night, I guarantee you he would not have allowed these men to act a fool. I was so embarrassed. I borderline debated on whether or not I wanted to react to this and break this down because I'm embarrassed. But let me say this before I show this embarrassing video. These men on this panel do not represent our FBA black men as a whole. These men are immigrants. These men are on some other stuff. Most brothers are not rocking like this. Let me just go ahead and say that. I don't want y'all to see this and clip it and be like, see how these black men are? No. Majority of brothers are not moving the way these Negroes moved on this stream. And y'all crazy as hell if y'all going to sit and allow these non-FBA immigrants to come over here and try to change our narrative and be used by the government, be used by white supremacy as a tool to say, see, why can't you just be good and grateful like these niggas? Because in your mind, as long as you ain't got to go back to the dirt roads and dirt floors, anything is better than that. We as foundational black Americans did not get where we are by anything is better than nothing. That's not how we got where we are. We would still be picking cotton and still be starving like your ass if we would have thought that way. All right. That's not how we get down. You need to learn to humble yourself, sit back and watch us work. All right. Y'all get ready. The amount of cooning that is about to go on here, you guys, I'm letting you know now. Brace yourself. Okay. This is next level cooning that you are about to watch. I apologize in advance. Thank you so much. Oh, let me shout out these super chats real quick. Thank you so much, Lucky Marie. She said, you must have missed when he called Harriet Tubman a fat, ugly black woman who didn't do anything for us. See, God made it so that I didn't see that part. Okay. See, certain things I think God does not reveal to me for a reason, because there is no way I would have allowed that to went down. You're speaking on an ancestor. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason maybe that's the reason why God set it up where I could not make the stream. God was like, you know what, baby girl, I'm not even going to put you in that situation. And I should have paid attention to divine order and just not got on the stream at all, because now I see why this was not the environment for me. Thank you so much for the super chat. The truth, he says, keep up the good work, sis. You was dope last night, and we seen the truth about how non-FBA feels about us. Yes. And that's why there's a blessing and a silver lining to every cloud. We needed what happened last night to be seen, because we need more foundational black Americans to get on board of why FBA is about to literally become a matter of life or death. All right. Now, y'all, get ready for the cooning. Get ready. Let me see if I can expand this. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this together. Y'all, the level of cooning. Oh my God, get ready.
We've been pontificating and giving us all game all night.
Mr. Riddler, I am just asking a question.
Mr. Truth.
You said that the police are, absolutely corrupt.
Specifically in Georgia,
sir,
is what I pointed out.
Sir, why haven't you called the FBI? Because the FBI has dominion over those.
Victor Hill is under indictment. He's under federal indictment.
So, sir, but sir, there are thousands
to fix it. And I say this, I used this analogy before, right?
And y'all, I don't know if Logic is FBA or not, but I highly doubt it. Okay. And if Logic is FBA, then I can tell that he's very hurt. Like black people have probably done him dirty or hurt him in some way, because for Logic to be in Atlanta and sit and say that the police, he was saying that the police, oh, y'all will run around driving, smoking weed with it, speeding with a suspended license, and then the police pull you over, and then you say, oh, the police are racist. No, y'all need to stop driving with suspended light. He was saying stuff like that. So I don't know if Logic is FBA or not, but I doubt it. I honestly doubt it. He looked like he might have a Bahamian background. I don't know where his parents are from, but I'm praying to God. We're not claiming Logic as FBA. I'm hoping to God he's not. I'm not going to claim it because I don't have time for this.
I said, if you got a junky backyard, right? Your backyard is full of trash. If your neighbors throw trash in there, guess what? It'll be hard to identify, right? Because it's trashy, correct?
This is the challenge that I have, Logic.
No, wait.
Okay, yes, it would be hard to identify because it's all trashy.
I'm doing this, I'm making this point.
Yes.
The reason I say that, if we clean up our backyard and somebody outside our community throw trash in there, would it not be identified?
Correct.
That's all I'm saying, player.
I'm with you. No, Logic, we on the same point. We just don't always agree, and I'm cool with that, bro. Because the thing for me is, when we get to having these conversations, we talking like black people all the time do all these things, when we could easily listen. If the police was really about ridding drugs out of the communities or the communities or whatever, they could go on any PWI campus and get a haul. They won't do that. They could go to any community in Chicago. They can go on the north side. Show enough go into Boys Town. Show enough go into Greek Town. Show enough go.
Okay, let me fast forward this. I want to just get to.
I have a quick question.
Hold on.
It's not gonna change,
Mr. Rilla.
I'm not talking about.
Oh, listen to this, y'all. Get ready. Here it goes.
Right now.
Mr. Rilla. No offense. I'm being serious. You are indistinguishable. You are indistinguishable from a Ghanaian, from a man from Democratic Republic of Congo. There is
no. See how the lies have started already? FBA people are 100% distinguishable from non-FBA people. Okay. This is where the delusion starts. Foundational Black Americans, we have a whole different skin tone, bone structure, hair texture. Stop it. He talking about you are indistinguishable from someone from the Congo. Stop it. Okay. Do you see the delusion? Let me show y'all what people from the Congo look like. Okay. And you tell me, do we look like them? Oh, y'all about to make me put my glasses out. Y'all. Please tell me if we look like people from the Congo. Stop it right now. Just stop. Let me show y'all. Stop. You can always look at someone who is from the motherland, and you can always tell that they from Africa. They look completely different than how we look. Okay? You're not going to sit here and do that. Look at this. Talking about you can't tell the difference. Yes, you can. Y'all look, I can tell when someone is Nigerian. I can tell when someone is Ethiopian. I can tell when someone's from the Congo. We don't look like this. This is not our aesthetic. What do you mean? We don't look like this at all. What are you saying that we all have the same aesthetic? We literally don't. This is not how we look here. This is not a normal foundational Black American aesthetic. You can look at this person and clearly tell they are a Black person from Africa. We do not look like this. We do not dress like this. We do not wear our hair that way. Period. So we are going to sit and take all the lies. Okay? We are different genetically. We are different aesthetically. I can always tell when someone is from Africa. Not only can I tell you're from Africa, but I can tell if you're from East Africa, West Africa, North Africa. We can always tell. So So lie number one.
There's nothing keeping you back from learning Lingala and going to Congo
Why would I do
and
that?
living there with everybody who looks like you. There's no
See, now here goes the next non-FBA argument. Okay. Every time we are bringing awareness to what is going on here, they sit and tell us to go back to where they left from. They'll sit and say, well, if it's so bad here, why don't you go to Congo where everybody's black? Our argument is not about being where everyone's black, because you are the perfect example of how someone can be black looking, but still be an enemy and be against us. So he's not coming through with any factual, meaty type of facts and points that actually hold weight. He's like, well, why don't you go to Chicago where everyone's black? What does it have to do with anything? This is our country. Do you know how fucking disrespectful it is to be here in America and tell us, you're going to tell Chicago Rilla, who is FBA all day, where his ancestors built this country, you gonna come here and tell this grown man that he should leave? Why is this allowed to happen? Why do we allow this disrespect?
Police pulling you over because you're black in Congo. Why don't you go over there and live?
Why would I do that?
Sir, there's 60 nations on the planet that are completely ran by black people.
Wait.
It's so bad in this.
Why are you trying to convince me that I need to do that? And when did I say it was so bad?
Anything you could, sir. America is the greatest country on the planet. We have the highest GDP.
Hey, listen,
our companies
are getting you a conservative.
Oh God! Now he says in Africa,
it's good. Real this one
they got the highest
man,
GDP.
right? And I don't even want to fuss this pro black stuff. I'm gonna just say this, right?
Stop.
If I dropped out of high school,
listen to these arguments.
Fucking up, right?
Y'all, if y'all did not watch the video I did yesterday on pro-black and why it's needed and what it really means, can y'all please go back and watch it? Because this type of logic that Logic is displaying is the exact thing I was speaking about. Where it's these people who have a problem with pro-blackism because in their mind, it's about, well, you know, no one's holding you back and we need to do better and we're our own worst enemy, and shut up, okay? This is exactly what I was talking about. People who think that pro-blackism is about holding hands with all black people and we just love each other. Yeah, please, y'all go back and watch the video. Y'all need to watch that.
Would you not tell me to get better?
1000% Logic.
Okay, so this is all I'm saying to you, player. So now, and I go get my GED or I get my diploma. You told me to get better. I listen to you, right?
I'm gonna salute you
because I had an issue, right? Then I ain't making enough money. Ain't you gonna encourage me to go to school?
Logic, you know this already.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying. The thing is, if we really care about each other, we gonna acknowledge the problems, because that's and like I said, even if the system is what y'all say it is, let's acknowledge the problems.
I got you on that.
That way, no, I'm being serious. That's the only way we can fix it. And I say this, I used this analogy before, right? I said, if you got a junky backyard, right? Your backyard is full of trash. If your neighbors throw trash in there, guess what? It'll be hard to identify, right? Because it's trashy, correct?
Like, what are you talking about? Literally, what are you talking about? Why can't we as grown adults have a discussion based on facts? What are these weird analogies that have nothing to do with anything? What is this?
This is the challenge that I have, Logic.
No, wait.
Okay, yes, it would be hard to identify because it's all
Chicago's like, man,
I'm making this point.
What the hell?
Yes.
The reason I say that, if we clean up our backyard and somebody outside our community throw trash in there, would it not be identified?
Correct.
That's all I'm saying, player.
Like the video, y'all.
Logic, we on the same point. We just don't always agree, and I'm cool with that, bro. Because the thing for me is, when we get to having these conversations,
this is so embarrassing.
People all the time do all these things.
It gets worse.
Listen, if the police was really
y'all listen to me. When I tell y'all this gets worse, y'all have seen. Wait until y'all see this. Oh my God, Fasten your
drugs
seatbelts.
out of the communities or the communities or whatever. They could go on any PWI campus and get a haul. They won't do that. They could go to any community in Chicago. They can go on the north side. Show enough go into Boys Town. Show enough go into Greek Town. Show enough go into I won't say the village, but they can go into these villages because Kay said we can't say the word, but Kay know what I'm talking about.
White kids aren't shooting and killing each other. And
Bro.
Did y'all hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? He said white kids are not shooting and killing each other. I was looking at an article that said that there was like between 300 to 400 mass shootings last year, where vast majority of them were committed by young white males. Every time you hear about a school shooting, 9.5 times out of 10, who is shooting up the schools, killing other white children? Little white boys who are pissed because no one will be their friend and their mom took their fucking Xbox. They will literally come to school and shoot everyone because their mom took their Xbox. But you have black children where their fathers are imprisoned by the system. They have single mothers. They are systematically impoverished, and they robbing and killing to eat and feed themselves. And they're worse than white boys that shoot up the whole school because their mom took their goddamn Xbox. Oh, it gets worse.
You know that, Rilla. You know that. Okay, go ahead.
So you okay?
Go ahead, Rilla.
Because if they use drugs, Rilla, if they
is the part that
one at a time, y'all. One at a time.
Listen.
If they can use drugs and get drunk and prostitute,
let me
and
bake
no
this
violent
cake.
crime,
Let me bake this
it's
cake.
good.
Let me bake this cake because
This man said, you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. This man said they can prostitute, do drugs, but as long as they don't have any violent crime, they're good. When a white person do the crime, they're just having a good time. So white people don't kill their own husbands, kill their own parents for life insurance settlements. As though you don't have white men that kill each other and the police write it off as a civil dispute. He said that white people can smoke and drink and prostitute, and they're simply having a good time. They don't kill each other while doing that.
Listen, see, chaotic for what you saying. Do you know how many people are sitting in jail right now on non-violent crimes? On non-violent, just drug offenses.
Yes, I worked in the court, sir. Yes.
Okay, then. So why are we having this discussion? Like,
oh, here it go, y'all. Goofy. Oh my God.
I'm saying something very simple that you should be able to comprehend. And the conversation really should be, yo, if the system was really about cleaning up drugs and this, that, and the third, whoopty-woo, they would attack the rural areas.
They do.
But Rilla, you
miss
it. Rilla.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Rilla.
Wait, no, hold on. I just want him to confirm this. Because I'm 10 seconds from Indiana. I just want to hear him say this. He said they do.
Hey, Rilla, you just made your
statement. They attack the problem in the trailer parks the same way they do in the hood.
All right, look, because see, this not even a conversation. Listen what you just said. And you're gonna walk off. But I'm gonna say it anyway.
The black. Yeah, because you paid the black.
I'm gonna say it anyway. You know what? The white communities do drugs.
And they get raided too.
In the black community. Okay, hold up, bruh. The black community, the white communities do drugs. They goddamn buy pussy. They do. So guess what? If you're in the, we can't hear you, but I don't know what you're doing. But
I went to a PW. I'm sorry.
Hold on, y'all. Because we got the
police follow the violent crime. All right, I want to talk about.
I went to a PWI, and I can tell you a lot of white boys used to get knocked in their dorms, And there's people in the chat who went to the same school with me who know me in the chat. And all they got to do is say, yes, I went to school with Chaotic. And yes, I'm telling you, there were raids with them white boys and they were getting busted on campus.
So you identify as black?
Ma'am, I identify.
Okay, now see this sister here, this sister right here, she's FBA. Okay, people on panel where you can tell that her ancestors have contributed and invested as much into this country as mine has. So me and this sister were on the same page, like, oh no, oh no, y'all ain't gonna come on here disrespecting what our ancestors built. Okay, let me tell y'all how it really goes down on these college campuses. These white boys rape, do drugs, sell drugs, and guess what they do? They call their parents. They handle it as a family. These white boys go to college and sexually assault women all over the place. They don't get arrested. They don't get probation. They be doing all kinds of drugs, selling drugs, and nothing happens. I don't even believe you went to a PWI. If you did, what part of the campus were you on? Because you would know how this really goes down. Stop it.
Tony, your question.
This sister right here on code.
I'm not only am I black, ma'am, I'm pro-black.
Ooh. Oh, he should have been on last week's show when we talked about pro-black.
But see, but I find this question to be funny because you're trying to imply that I'm pro-white when in fact everybody on this panel.
I'm not implying anything. I asked you a question. Don't tell me what I'm implying. I asked you a question.
Okay, then what's your second question?
Based on your rhetoric. Do you identify as any of the things that you said black people do?
All black people aren't what I'm saying happens. These things do happen in our community, though.
Sir, do you identify with the things that you say black people do? All of the things that you said.
No,
okay.
Everything I'm saying, no. So what are you talking about?
So then, are you then saying that black people aren't a monolith?
Ma'am.
Answer the question, sir.
We make up,
very intelligent, sir. Please, that's a yes or no.
He could not answer me or any of these this sister's questions.
No, there's no.
He did not want the smoke with me and this other FBA sister. He couldn't handle it.
3% of the U.S. population to commit half the fucking murders. So if I'm saying that, hey man, maybe there might be a problem with violence in the black man's, maybe it might be a problem with black men in terms of violence. You can't sit up here and say that, oh, you're being toxic. Are you a murderer? Are you?
There might be a problem with black men in violence in a country. You're saying this in a country that was literally built with white men coming here and mass annihilating everyone off the land and enslaving them and still profiting off of their death in slavery to this day. That consistent pattern and a majority of their actions is not indicative of any of their behavior today. But it is black men who are the most violent. Do you see why this is dangerous and a matter of life or death? Because when white supremacy needs a puppet to sit and perpetuate their justification to off us and continue to unjustly lock us up and discriminate against us, these are the type of niggas they bring forward. And that's why this situation is very serious. And this is why I could not sit in good faith and let this man continue to sit up here and spread this. I wasn't going to. I couldn't take
Why can't I bring that point up?
Hey, Chaotic.
Hey, hey, y'all.
I'm gonna go to a white panel. I'm out of here.
Hey,
did y'all hear what he said? I'm gonna go to a white panel. Listen to this. Okay. So now y'all get your teacups. This is when I come on. Now I'm gonna warn y'all, trigger warning now. This is about to get very real, very fast. All right. This is about to go from 0 to 100. So I want y'all to prepare yourself for what is about to happen here. Okay. Hold on to your draws. This is going to escalate quick.
Oh, Six, welcome to the show. What you got for
how
us?
y'all doing?
Hey.
Hi, Six.
Hey.
Who's that?
I have a quick question.
Hello.
I have a question for the brother on the end. What is his name?
It's Chaotic.
Agent of Chaos.
Where are your parents from?
You know what? I'm so tired of answering that question.
Why?
That's a private question. I'm so tired of answering that question because what
Why
does
are
it
you
matter?
tired of answering it? I've asked
Because
it to
I'm
you one
tired of
time.
everybody asking me that question. Like, what does that question mean anyway?
It means a lot.
Okay, tell
I'm
me
just simply
go-
asking what is your background? I don't
It's a
understand.
deflection for me.
Okay. They're from Japan. Okay, now, what's the next question?
Okay, so if your parents are from Japan,
They're not from Japan, but go ahead. If they were, what's the question?
why are you defensive? And I've asked you one question.
Because I get that question so many times on.
I'm gonna tell you all why he did not want to answer the question. Okay. Now, I figured out later into me and his conversation that he knew exactly who I was. Okay. He has been on my YouTube. He's been on my Instagram probably every day, probably a few times a day. He knew exactly who I was. He knows that I am very articulate. He knows I'm very intelligent. And he knows I don't open my mouth unless I know what I'm talking about. He knew. Okay. Now, keep in mind, y'all, this is a grown man who claims he's college educated. If you are educated in the art of debate, then you will know that the other party is allowed to ask you questions that you need to answer. We're having a conversation. The other party is allowed to ask you questions to help prove and articulate their point. The reason why he refused, where are your parents from, is a private question. I didn't ask you your credit score. I didn't ask you your blood type. I didn't ask you how much your parents pay for their mortgage. I asked you where they're from. It is very unbecoming of a man to lead in a debate with emotion like this man did. This male, let me say male, okay? Because we can't call him a man. We're going to say male, all right? He did not want to answer the question because he knew that once he went ahead and let me know that your family does not have a vested interest, has not invested in this country generationally like I have, that I was going to rip you a new one. So in order for him to knock me off of my argument, or at least attempt to, this is why he refused to answer the simple question of where are your parents from? Pay attention.
Panels.
Why do you think that Black people ask you that question?
I have no idea why. You know what? This is what I love about white people. They don't infringe upon.
Do y'all hear? I want y'all put your headphones in, put your volume up. You all need to listen very closely to every single word that is said from this point forward, because every single word is relevant to how this turned into an embarrassing shit show. Listen to what he just said. He said, "This is why I love white people." Let me see. I'm trying not to rewind it because I don't want it to start over. Listen to what he said.
Patient. Listen what you just said, and you gonna walk off. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it
you
anyway.
paid the black. Yeah, because you paid the black.
Hold on.
It's ingenuous.
You would not walk down a back alley, went to school with chaotic, and yes, I'm telling you, there were raids with them white boys, and they were getting busted on campus.
Do you identify as Black?
Fuck. Hold on.
Ma'am, I identify.
Damn.
Why do you think that Black people
Here we
ask
go.
you that question?
Here we go.
I have no idea why. You know what? This is what I love about white people. They don't infringe upon my rights. I can go anywhere.
He said, you cannot make this up. Thank God for video. Thank God for playbacks. Because if I would have came on here and told y'all this happened, you wouldn't believe me. This fool said, "This is why I love white people, because they don't infringe upon my rights."
Interrupt you right there because
Yes,
at
I
this
know,
point,
because that's what black people
one
do. They
thing that I
interrupt me
do
while I'm talking.
know
Go ahead.
is that your parents are definitely not from America. So this is the problem that I'm having. I would not go to your country and try to tell you what it is and what it is not. If we are here, we've been here our whole lives, our parents are here. You cannot now come here and then say and gaslight us and say that
You
we
wouldn't
love
walk down
white
the back alley
people
with
and
two
that
Negroes
we're
behind you.
criminals
Keep it real.
and that
Let's
we
stop.
don't get mistreated in the justice.
So now he's saying, now keep in mind, okay? He won't answer to the question about where he's from because he knows that's going to lead to him getting. I have a pressure cooker, my Ninja Foodie. It's going to lead to him getting Ninja Foodie pressure cooked. So he will not answer any of the factual questions. So now he's going to, you would not want to walk down an alleyway with two black guys. No, nigga. You know who I wouldn't want to walk down an alleyway with? These niggas. This is who I would not want to walk down an alleyway with. Y'all Google this with me. Google American serial killers and scroll with me. These is the motherfuckers I wouldn't want to walk down an alley with, nigga. These mofos. I walked down an alley with my own 1,000 times before I walked down an alley with one of these niggas once. This is who I would not walk. You cannot make this up. This is Google. What do majority of these men look like? This is who I don't want to walk down an alleyway with, nigga. This is who. Fuck out of here. Got me hot. You wouldn't want to walk down an alleyway with two black guys. Man, get out of here. Then later on tried to accuse me of creating a fear-based narrative about black men. The irony. The irony. Then told me, oh, you're mongering fear for black men. No, you are. Got a black man, black son, black father. You ain't got to worry about me on who I'm trying to make black men look bad. Get out of here. Proof is in my real life. Get out of here.
Walk down a back
He
alley
had a job at a courthouse. It just
would not
it's
walk down a back
unintelligent
alley.
and it's disingenuous.
You
So-
would not walk down a back alley with two Negroes behind you. Stop. Stop.
Hold on.
Thank you, sis. If you got robbed, just say that. Okay? Let me tell you something. Everybody don't got their car broke into, got robbed before. You don't see Negroes rocking around here talk about, I hate black men now. Get out of here. Get over it. It's life. I'm here in Atlanta. Do you know who be doing most of the car break-ins in Buckhead? White people. Young white boys. And they, you know why a lot of them don't get caught? Because it looks like a good old American white boy walking around the parking garage. Then you go on ATL Scoop and see the videos, and it's a white guy breaking into cars. Are white people going around saying, oh, white people robbing us? No. People get robbed. I've had my car broke into before. People get robbed before. It is what it is. That is not a right to sit and hate your entire race because some bum robbed you. If you got your lunch money took, just say
Hold
that.
on.
Now,
Okay, so now that I see the direction he's going in, y'all, I don't know how many of y'all have been following my channel, but I don't know. The real Goddess gang gonna know my motto. The real Goddess gang knows my MO and know my motto. Y'all know my motto. When they go low, I go underground. Y'all know me. I don't have an indoctrinated mindset. I don't believe in that turn the other cheek. I don't do any of that. My motto, when you go low, I'm going lower. Okay? When you go low, I'm going straight to hell. I'm going underground. Y'all know me. So at this point, I officially think this is funny. Okay? So now I am just like, wow, this man is really losing his mind. So now I'm just going to just plunk him in the forehead now. Y'all watch.
Hold on, Lodge. Let them talk, Lodge.
You
Now,
know, ma'am,
now-
you would not walk down a back
Hold on,
alley
Lodge.
with
We
two
can't
black
hear.
men
Can't
behind
nobody
you.
hear.
You know it. You don't live around black people. You live in
I
a, you probably
would not
you live
walk.
on a cul-de-sac in a
Sir,
suburb. You don't live around
You
black.
are
Stop.
extremely
You drive a white.
emotional. Why
Ma'am,
are you
ma'am,
so
because-
emotional right now?
Because why,
Like
because
this
why are you saying that
emotion
you
that
wouldn't go to
you're
my country?
exuding
I'm
is
American.
indicating a bigger problem that you have. What is it that you are trying to fight or convince us of right now?
Okay, Lapeef. Okay, Lapeef. Can we do it like this? Can we just do?
Thank you, Six.
She asked a question, then I answer, and then I ask the question. She asked. Can we do it just like that for a minute, Lapeef?
Well, honestly, I
Can I answer your
didn't
first
come
question?
here to necessarily have
Can I
a
answer
direct
your first?
dialogue.
Can I
with you.
answer your first question?
I think we've heard it.
This is the most dialogue and conversation that he's ever gotten from a sister that looked like me in his life. Okay. This is the most attention and direct conversation that he has ever gotten from a sister like me ever. Okay. He don't even know what to do with himself right now. Watch how sent he's about to get.
Can I answer
we
your?
kind of
Okay.
get your mindset. The point
Okay.
is this.
It's fascinating that you go
Here
on
it goes. He
black
about to
panels,
lose his
they
shit.
ask you a fucking question and you can't give the
Sir.
answer.
Okay, so now you're cussing at me. Now you're raising your voice. So now I see I've won. All right. Now at this point, I don't believe as a man, you need to be using profanity towards me. All right. There was no reason. I have not disrespected you. I have not called you out your name. If you want to take it there to where you're going to start to get belligerent and start to cuss at me, well, guess what? Now the gloves are coming off. So now here comes a point where I'm like, I got him. I got him. I got him. Y'all, watch him lose his shit and watch how I just egg it on. Watch this.
This
Why
is a
are you
problem in the
using
black community.
profanity?
The only people who restrict my
I thought
freedom
you
of
said you
speech
were a
is
Listen,
black
gentleman.
Carlton
people.
Banks.
It's
Listen,
not white
Carlton
people.
Banks.
It's not Asian
You
people.
need
It's
to
black
calm down.
people, particularly black women.
Your
I'm
pocket
afraid to give my
protector is in a
perspective.
bunch.
You niggas commit
Okay.
a lot of crimes and you know it. You are
Your
single mothers and you know it.
suspenders are
Stop
too
lying.
tight.
All right, chaotic.
You went and park your car in the hood and keep that door unlocked because you know a nigga will take the damn
Listen,
car. We need to
I'm
stop
not gonna
pretending.
put you in a locker. I know
We
you
need to
have
stop pretending.
PTSD.
You gotta go on mute. We need to stop
I'm not
pretending.
gonna take your lunch money, and your pocket
We
protector
need
is
to
in a
stop
bunch.
pretending
His
here like we're
childhood
just
trauma just
equal
made an
fucking
appearance,
racists.
Carlton, I don't know what happened to
Carlton,
you as
whatever
a
you want to
kid,
call me,
but
you know
you
I'm
are
true.
safe
You know I'm
here.
telling the truth.
Whoa. 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 Wait a second. Whoa. Whoa. Wait a minute. Thank you for the super chat, Tamika. She said, watching a man come undone was so tasteless. He was super aggressive and no one checked him. Thank you. And that's why I said we needed a strong, masculine FBA brother on this channel, on this panel to regulate this. Because at this point, I was disappointed that they were allowing this man to be so belligerent towards me. It was completely inappropriate. It goes back to what I spoke about in my book, where us as Black women, we are not seen as worthy of being feminine and being protected. So you can watch a man belligerently be this aggressive towards me, and no one thought to tell him. A strong man needed to check him and say, hold on, brother. You need to gather yourself. You need to lower your voice. Calm down. Imagine him screaming at me in real life like that. Okay? I was very disappointed that no one had the sense to tell him, listen, brother, you're all off your square. You're getting very emotional, irrational. Why did no brother check him and be like, hold on? I did not disrespect him. I didn't do any of that. Me asking you where you're from, where your parents are from, is not disrespectful. If you're ashamed of where you're from, just say that. Now, the sisters kept it player and kept it G on here. It was the sisters that had my back. Y'all remember when I talked about that a few streams ago? I said, we as Black women, if nobody else protects our femininity, we'll protect it amongst each other if there are no men available there to do that. And I said, if you see one of your sisters being gaslit and made out to be the bad guy, you speak up for her. This was an example. And K, Q, T, Courtney, they all stayed on code. All of them. It was the sisters who told him, wait a minute. You need to calm down. You're getting outrageous. Shout out to the sisters. But again, we needed strong. If it was a strong masculine FBA brother on this panel, guarantee you this would not have happened, period. Okay. Chicago Rilla tried his best. But again, this wasn't it. Men should never allow. Now, if I had got on this panel and it would have been him asking me a question, can you imagine if this was the other way around? Can you imagine if I would have came on this panel and a brother would have asked me a question like, hey, Six, where is your parents from? Can you imagine if I would have went belligerent like that? They would have been all in the comments, oh my God, Six is masculine, she's a chameleon, she's unruly. The brothers would have had no problem checking me if I would have started getting belligerent like that. But y'all allowed this grown man to sit and lose his mind like that. Nobody thought to say, hey, let me stop this. Me as a woman should not have had to stand up for myself against that grown man. And Malevolent Elephant, I saw when Courtney did that. And I'm going to address that too. Courtney started out right, and then but I know that Courtney might have a little bit of residue left over from our last interaction. Okay. But for the most part, Courtney was on code. But yes, I did see when she said that. But this was absolutely outrageous for these grown men to allow this man to act so belligerent and aggressive towards me when I had not raised my voice at him, called him out his name, cussed at him, or yelled at him. This was out of line and off code AF. Shout out to the sisters for having my back.
Nobody is going to take your lunch money
Six Da
here.
Goddis, you live in
No
a
one's going to
seven-bedroom
put
house
you
in a
in a
cul-de-sac. You don't
locker.
live around niggas. Quit
Oh my
pretending that you're so
God.
black.
Are you having a breakdown?
Quit pretending that you're so black.
He
Oh
is.
my God.
Pretending that you're black.
He definitely
You don't
is.
like niggas just as much as I don't like niggas. Just as much as Divine don't
Okay.
like niggas.
Why are you here,
I
baby?
love
live
black
around niggas
men.
On this show.
You don't live in the
Why
hood.
are you here?
Oh my
Okay,
Okay,
God.
now I want
How
to
was your
address this
hood right
comment
now?
because I saw a lot of men referring to this as well. Okay. This man says she the type that would have sent Will to slap someone too. Let me tell you this right now. All right. This is an online panel. Y'all are not going to remember when I said we're not doing any emotional, dramatic comment? We're not doing any of that. Okay. This was an online panel. What I said was the grown man should have verbally, I did not say someone should have slapped him. Stop it. In my real life, you have never not seen me once send a black man in my life to go beat nobody up. If anything, I'm the one with the black men in my life telling them, no, I don't want you beating nobody up. I don't want you doing this. You're not going to put that on me. Because fuck this internet shit. It's about what you do in real life. In real life, I'm not sicking no black man or no one. Half of the time, he might be the one ready for the smoke, and I'm the one saying, calm down. What I said was, I did not say someone should have came and slapped Chaotic. What I said was a brother should have told him to gather himself and calm down. Now, if you are so weak as a man, whereas a simple verbal checking like that is scary for you, then speak for yourself. But any self-respecting brother can look at this interaction and tell that his belligerent attitude towards me was out of pocket and definitely would have warranted another man to tell him to calm down and gather himself. Period. Speak for yourself. You ain't going to speak that on all these other men who know damn well that this was not it. If you weak, then say that and speak for you. And don't put that on me of, oh, you're the type that would. No, I'm not. Let's continue.
I bet you go outside of the cul-de-sac and you got a 12-bedroom house.
You know, I'm really
Turn
glad
your
that you're
camera
exposing
on
your
right
true
now
feelings
and
because
show us your
everything you said
53,000
has
head sheet
really
right
come
now.
down to what you're saying
Show us your
now.
BMW. You are not no hood chick. You speak intelligently. You are educated. You know damn well a lot of.
Nigga, I'm from the hood. I'm from the trailer park. You saying you see how in his mind, see when he say from the hood, he is speaking on Black American culture. I am from the hood. You are from the hut. Okay. You are from the dirt floor. Baby, listen, I'm very educated, very articulate, but make no doubt about it. I'm from the hood. Make no doubt about it. I don't drive, no doubt about it. I am not in a 7-bedroom mansion in a cul-de-sac. But do you see how he automatically looks at Black American women as, oh, we must be hood and we must be this. And well, if you can articulate, you must not be like them other hood rat Black women. Do you see how he generalizes all of us? Then when it comes to white people, I just love them because they don't infringe upon my rights. This is the secret ways that non-FBA people talk down on us.
Crime happens in the Black neighborhood. You don't live around niggas.
Are you
I do
finished?
more for the Black community than anybody does. I taught in a public school. How dare you disrespect me and ask me where my family's from?
This is very unbecoming of you
I
as a
don't care if
man.
you're
You need
coming or
to
not.
gather yourself, please. This is
You
not.
don't live in
This
the
is
damn.
not
You don't live in
good.
the inner city.
It's very
Very conducting
uncommon.
yourself like this to women.
And he feels disrespected because Six asked where
His
I don't
family
want her
I
on
literally came on here and did not say anything to you.
I
And
just
you,
don't
this is
understand.
Turn
extremely
your camera
unbecoming.
on, Six Da Goddis. Show us the hood you live in. Show us all your ghetto gangbanging friends right now.
Why do you
I
have
bet
so much
you don't
energy
live
for
around
women?
niggas. Your next door neighbor's a neurosurgeon. Stop lying. Stop capping like you're some. Oh, I'm
You're
I'm all
a
black. No,
grown
you're not.
Now,
man.
do y'all see how he's trolling? See, this is what I don't like. When he's clearly trolling, being outrageous, it's cool. Your next door neighbor's a neurosurgeon. And you live in a cul-de-sac. Like, come on. Like, you saying childish stuff ain't got nothing to do with anything. Now, when he was trolling me, acting a fool, it was cool. It was funny. It was all right. Now, when I start trolling him back, Six Da Goddis a chameleon. Six Da Goddis a Karen. Just watch how this goes down. I want y'all to pay attention to this.
Six
What
Da
is?
Goddis,
Are you
you're
okay?
lying. We've all been to your Instagram.
not
You're
okay.
lying. You live in a mansion. You live in a 12
Oh,
bedroom
you've been on my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Six,
He
I
has-
cannot stand you, Six.
personal
I
with
can't
this.
stand you.
Sorry, I had to
Personal.
Willa.
I see wings.
I think that he's having flashbacks from high school. Like something, he's having some kind of
you don't know anything
memory
about me,
come
ma'am.
back.
Ma'am,
and
you don't know anything about me, ma'am. I've been
You
doing-
need
ma'am, you don't know
treatment
anything
for.
about-
Thank you so much, my brother. He says, why was this able to go on so long without being checked? Thank you. And that's why I did this stream, because I was so pissed when I was looking at the people in these comments that were literally coming at me, talk about Six is a Karen, she weaponized her femininity. Excuse me? Y'all sat here and let this man act a belligerent fool towards me this whole time and have the nerve to say that I'm a Karen? Let's roll the footage back. Let's roll the footage. And this is why we are doing this now. This was absolutely out of control and unacceptable.
Yes,
Period.
and I'm being serious, Carlton.
If you don't like me personally, just say that. If I left your DM on red, just say that. But we're not going to sit here. Anyone with common sense can tell that this wasn't it. I'm sorry if you DM me and I didn't respond. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm off the market. I'm sorry. But you ain't going to sit here and because that happened, try to sit here and say, oh, well, you were wrong. I was not wrong in any capacity. I was not disrespectful in any capacity. I'm not a Karen in any capacity. And yes, if the men fail to speak up for me, I have no choice but to just hit you with the, I'm uncomfortable, I'm scared. What am I supposed to do? Go beat this man up? I asked him several times to calm down, take a deep breath. He would not do it. The men sat there laughing, thought it was funny, and let him go on. What was I left to do?
I know is this. You're caping and you're lying.
Listen, Carlton, I've come on here and I have not been able to say 10 words, Mr. Banks. I asked you one question.
You don't live there.
And you are losing your mind.
You don't drive a hoopty. You're lying. You drive a BMW.
Oh my God.
Show us your car.
Everyone, let's just let Carlton finish.
Show me your car.
Your pocket.
Thank you so much, Uppity. Okay. Uppity says, men aren't feminine. Then when we get in our feminine role, they complain about that. Thank you. Then when I hit you with the, oh, I'm scared. You're weaponizing your femininity. Now, imagine what would have happened if I would have cussed him out and called him all kind of bitch ass niggas and fuck nigga this. Imagine if I would have cussed him out. Then if I would have cussed him out, it would have been, oh my God, you're masculine. Why would you talk to a man like that? When I sit and say, I'm scared, leave me alone. It's you're weaponizing your femininity. If I wouldn't have said anything, it would have been, oh, you're weak. You didn't have an argument. That's why I said the men in this chat, their goal was to dislike me. Their goal was not to actually have common sense as to what is going on here. Their goal is we don't like Six Da Goddis, so therefore, no matter what she does, we're going to ignore that this man is totally in the wrong and somehow make her be the problem. Thank you.
You ain't got no damn
is sliding
Toyota
out of
Corolla.
your
Look at
jacket.
this man.
Show us
You
your
need
Toyota
to straighten
Corolla.
your.
He talk about Toyota Corolla like he's not making any facts, any statements, and an education. This is outrageous. This is literally a shit show.
Pocket protector and retighten your suspenders. They're falling off of your shoulder. and your tidy whities are in a bunch. You need to pull them
Show
out of your
me
ass crack.
your project you
There are
live
no
in.
lockers around. You are safe
Show
here.
me.
We're not taking your
Show
lunch
me.
money. Take
Show-
breathe in,
Damn.
breathe
Go-
out,
go-
please,
go ahead,
sir.
Mr.
You
Devon.
are
Go
about
ahead.
to
Hold
pop
on. Go ahead.
a blood vessel. And I know
I
that
call
you're
out
not from
bullshit when I
America
see it.
by your
You got an
hairline.
avatar up.
I know for a fact.
Six Da Goddis.
That
You gotta walk
hairline
in
is a
style like talking about you live in the
non-FBA
hood.
hairline.
Hold up.
I don't know why I asked you.
It's a
That
hairline.
hairline says it all.
That hairline, yada,
Okay?
yada, yada. You live in a
Hold
bad
on.
So I
town.
knew from
You
then
gotta
you're
walk in.
definitely not American.
Quit
Okay?
lying.
Oh, man.
At this point,
Hold
I'm
No,
What
just
I
you
wouldn't
are
put that as non-American.
No, wait.
is
at this point this
are-
becomes
you
beneath me.
came from
Chaotic, where are you
Hey,
from?
I
Where are
hate
you from, Chaotic?
I hate you.
up. Goddamn, hold on.
he's having a post-traumatic breakdown.
Damn, hold on, ma'am. I just got one thing so we can at least get some of this conversation. What did he
Let me
say that was
say this.
incorrect?
Let me stop
So
this
now
comment
he
right
can-
here. He's talking about Six wants some sympathy. No one stood up for her. Sweetie, I don't need no sympathy. Okay, I got people standing up for me in real life. I don't care. This conversation is to expose why the non-FBA immigrants are a detriment to us and how I can expose how they really think and how they really feel. This is not for none of y'all sympathy. Y'all take this internet too serious. I'm loved in real life. I'm protected in real life. You think I care about what some incel niggas on the internet think about me or whether or not they feel bad for me? I could care less. The purpose of this stream is to expose non-FBA babble. Okay? I can stand on my own 2 feet. I still slept well last night. I was at the gym this morning, made breakfast for my people. I'm fine. All right? Now, outside of me as men, ain't got nothing to do with me as men. A man should never allow another man to sit and be off his square like this publicly. Because if it was a woman going off like this, they would have came to us women and said, why didn't y'all hold her accountable? Why did y'all let her do this? That's what it's about. You think I give a damn about whether or not y'all have sympathy for me? What is y'all sympathy going to do for me? I don't care about that. We are using this to learn. There was so many gems in here to learn from. That's what this is about. Whether none of y'all feel bad for me ain't going to stop nothing going on my end, baby. Okay? So please don't flatter yourself like that. All right? Now, let's continue.
Address it.
Okay. Like I said, I did not come on here to have a direct dialogue with him. Okay. I came on here to simply join the conversation in totality. Now, what I was asking when this conversation started is, what is our goal here? Is our goal here to say that Black people commit more crimes or that white people don't commit crimes? Are we here to try to say that white people treat each other better than Black people treat one another? My first question, because I've come in kind of late, is what is the real goal and intention here? With everything being said, are we trying to say that as long as Black people commit crimes against each other, that we are doing worse than white people are? Is the goal here to say that until we completely stop committing crimes, that we cannot complain?
Chaotic, you're muted,
What is the
Chaotic.
goal?
80, you like say 80 questions in there, baby.
She all she did was ask him where his parents were from.
Thank you, Q.
I just want to know where your parents are from.
No,
Thank you, Q.
Look, see, that's why I say we're adults. We don't attack the facts. His parents don't have nothing to do with his.
No, if we are
No,
speaking on
but
the
it
American
has to do
justice
with his
system and his
rhetoric.
background is
Right.
not American, yes, that is factual, and yes, that is a factor in this conversation.
Why is that so hard to understand? When I came in, they were having a question about the American justice system and the American government system. If I come on the stream, you are talking about the American justice system, then me asking what your nationality background is actually a very logical question that is actually directly related to the topic. But when you're moving off of emotions, you cannot see that. When you're not being open-minded, you cannot see that. The question I asked had everything to do. If I join a panel discussing the Australian criminal justice system, Would they not have the right to ask me, are you Australian? Where are you from? We need to know your background. We need to know what you're invested in. I am American. I am foundational Black American. If I'm going to sit and have this conversation with you about the American court system, yes, I want to know your background. You call it disrespectful because you knew that if you answered that, you knew I could discredit your argument. Me coming on here as an articulate, feminine, beautiful woman, discrediting your argument is not disrespect.
If I am not, if he is from Ghana and I'm not Ghanaian, I cannot go on his panel and speak to him about the Ghanaian justice system. I'm not from there. So me asking where he's from is actually a valid question.
You haven't experienced that system. He experienced the American system.
No, experiencing a system coming from generations to generations.
On here. See, logic is oh, well, he's experienced living here. Let me tell y'all something. Experiencing something is just that. An experience means you can be put in and removed from that setting. That is what experience means. Okay. This is why you'll go to a restaurant and they'll say a dining experience. You'll go on vacation and say a vacation experience. There is a huge difference between you coming here, not having your foundation being from here, and experiencing this country that my ancestors built, and me coming from 4, 5, 6, 7 generations of Black foundational Americans who built this country. This is not an experience for me. It's a foundation for me.
Country is a totally different experience.
It's clear as day.
And the reality is he knows it makes it
from here.
He knows it makes a difference. And do you know how I know that he knows it makes a difference? Because he won't answer the question.
Get this woman off the panel. She is everything was wrong with the Black community.
No,
so now I'm everything that's wrong with the Black community. When he realized, fuck, she's not letting up. She knows too much. Now his solution is get her off the panel. And then how disrespectful is that? This is not your channel. This is not your panel. This is JR's channel and JR's network. JR directly texted me the link to join this panel. How dare you sit in another man's house and tell me to leave? The audacity. You're just disrespectful in so many ways. Nobody saw this. No one called this out.
Everything
she
that
sits
is
up
wrong.
here. She
because
talks about,
it is
why this about Black people? Why that?
On.
I bet you don't live in the hood around these so-called Black people that you're taking up for. I bet you got the hell out. I bet you don't live around
you
them.
don't know me at all
right now.
We are speaking about the facts right now.
I bet
you know nothing about me. You think that because I can articulate that I'm not from the hood and that I'm rich and live in a mansion.
I bet you don't live.
You don't know anything about my background or where I live.
You don't have any relations with those people you're talking about. I do, because I was a school teacher. I taught in the public schools for over a decade.
I would never let you teach my child.
I was a probation officer.
What school
working
did you
with
teach
these
that? So we never ever.
No. You hold on, because you don't live around these people that you're trying to take
until you recover from this PTSD attack you're having. I'm not talking to you any further.
Like the video, y'all.
I am no longer giving you consent to speak to me because you are aggressive and you are emotional and you are having a mental breakdown and you are scaring me, sir. I'm scared. Please stop talking to me, and I do not give you consent to speak
get out of
to
here
me
then. If
anymore.
you don't want to hear me, get out.
No, I don't have to get out anywhere. JR said I can be here. This is not your panel. You cannot kick me out.
Get her out.
Do not speak to me anymore. You are too aggressive.
No. You disrespected me first. You asked me about my parents.
did not disrespect.
You disrespected me first. And this is why I will not refer to him as a man anymore in the stream. This is a male. Like, how old is this male? I'm serious. Because I got a little bit nauseous to hear this grown male. Did you hear how high pitches? You disrespected me first. Sir. What the? He said that I disrespected him by asking where his parents are from. Stop it. I'm hoping he's young and maybe he just hasn't found himself yet. You disrespected me first. Like, sir.
Sir, stop lying.
How was disrespectful?
I did not disrespect you at all. Do not speak to me any further. You are being aggressive to me. I am a woman. You are being aggressive.
I'm confused. The sister here.
I got you.
No, I ain't about being a black man.
I got you. Wait, hold on, Chaotic.
Get her out of here.
Six is staying. JR is controlling from behind the scenes. Now we're gonna move to Scam Likely. Scam, welcome to the panel. Six, you're free to stay. We're good.
Oh, I know. I'm free to stay. Carlton Banks cannot kick me out.
Ma'am. Six. I'm already mad.
I didn't defend her. I didn't talk about her.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
The reality is this.
What's so wrong with being Carlton
This
Banks?
is the reality. This is what it all comes
You
down
want
to.
a name call him a name call you. You're a single mother. How about that?
Okay, this is what it all comes down to.
Oh, y'all. Now here it goes. Now y'all already know. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. I'm gonna tell you what I'm proud of. All right, because boy, I don't see some content creators out here where people can call them outrageous things. All right, I've seen some content creators where people can call them scammers, thieves, whores, liars, cheaters. I've seen some people expose content creators and call them egregious shit. I take so much pride in the fact that the only thing that anyone can ever say about me is that I am a mother and that I'm not married. I'm actually very proud of that because, boy, some of y'all, we could say a lot about you. Every time I come with information that is valid and makes sense, here goes somebody. You're a single mom. I've told you guys many a times, I'm not apologizing for my son. Half for y'all calling me a single mom, y'all mamas was a single mom. Thank God y'all mamas didn't walk out on you how your fathers did. Calling me a single mom is a factual thing. I am factually a single mother. I don't care. That doesn't hurt me. If that's the worst you can say about me, I'm happy about that. You can't call me ugly. You can't call me a bad person. You can't call me stupid. So the fact that if my son, my beautiful child, is the only thing you can use against me, I'm okay with that. Then the next thing they're going to say is, well, we're your husband. Your does not bother me. Because by that rhetoric, that means that everyone who is married has more knowledge, is more credible, and is happy. And that's not the case. Okay? So whether I'm married or not, that also is irrelevant. Because I could go find anyone to marry me tomorrow. Would that suddenly change my knowledge base? Would it suddenly change my self-respect, my self-knowledge? No, it would not. So if he had to take it all the way to, he looked around and was like, well, you're a single mom. When someone, especially when a man calls me that, that's when I know I got him. When he is backed up against that wall so bad to where you cannot discredit my talking points, and he hits me with the, well, you're a single mom. That's when I know I got you. I got you. Okay, let's continue.
This is what it all comes down to. What it all comes down to is that every crime, can you shut up?
You're a single mom.
Every crime that is
Get married. Show us your wedding ring.
A crime of proximity.
Show me your wedding ring, ma'am.
Sir, show me
your wedding
your birth
ring, ma'am.
certificate.
My God, who could be in the same room with this woman?
Show me your
passport. The only thing you got going for yourself is you're tall. That's it.
I mean, clearly you've been stalking me. You know everything about me.
So now, did you hear when he said the only thing you've got going for yourself is you're tall? This is when a lot of stuff started to make sense to me. Okay. A lot of stuff started to make sense when he said that. Okay. I had an aha moment and I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. So now I realize I'm thinking I'm coming on to, because I don't know him. Okay. I don't know him at all. I don't know him. Lord, forgive me. If this man walked past me today, I don't know this man. I don't know that man whatsoever. So now when he said, the only thing you got going for you is you're tall, I said, okay, he knows who I am. That means he's been on my social media. That means he knows exactly how I'm coming and who I is. That means he's been on my page scrolling and watching, paying attention to everything that I say and do. This is why when I came on, this is why I can only say one thing to you, and you're already sent. You're already sent because you like me. It all makes sense now. You like me. So that's why when I came on here and said one thing to you, that's why you immediately were pissed off, because I told you there are some men where when they like you and know they cannot have you, they get mad. Didn't I tell you guys about this? I said, I know it sounds crazy. And I know a lot of y'all probably like, what are you talking about? I told you guys, I said, there are some men who know how to see a woman they find attractive and just be like, oh, wow, she attractive, and keep moving. There are some men where when they see a woman that is attractive, they get pissed. I don't know why. It's weird. We were talking about this the other day. Some of them, they get mad and they will literally hate you and dislike you. So when he said, only thing you got going for you is you're tall, I'm like, okay. So this is where I was blindsided. I'm thinking I'm coming into a fresh conversation. I don't know you. You don't know me. This is when I realized, okay, you've been checking for me. You've been paying attention to who I am. All right. After this is when I really start trolling, because now you've really shown your hand, and now I see why you're so emotional.
You know I got a baby. You know I'm tall. You know my Instagram. You love me. You be on my page every day.
So he told me, show him my wedding ring. I told him, show me your birth certificate. He's talking about, show me your ring. Show me your husband, nigga. Show me your passport. What color is it? Show me your birth certificate. That's what I want to see. He ain't like that.
I don't know you. I've never heard of you in my life. Meanwhile, you're looking at my pictures every day. You know how tall I am. You know where I live. You love me. Am I the kind of black women that said no to dating you in high school? And that's why the minute I came on this panel, you attacked me? That's what it is.
Thank you so much. He's the Karen. This is why I said a lot of the viewers on the Lapeef show, Jesus Christ, a lot of the viewers on the Lapeef show, it seems like they just have a agenda of their own. Because when they was calling me Six Da Karen, I was just saying, I'm like, he is literally the Karen in this entire interaction. He is doing all the Karening here. But these Negroes are such incels and so lame that they just want to have an issue with me. You've been wanting to have an issue with me. You will fish for a way to have an issue with me. Okay? This Negro knows I would never date him in 1,000 years. He know it. And instead of them just knowing, hey, that's what it is. You can't have them all. They hate you. I'm telling you, I know it sounds weird, but this is how it goes.
Black girls like me never gave it a time of day. So that's why the minute I came on here and asked you one question,
you see when he said you're 30-something years old? Do you know how closely he has to be following me to know my age? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Pay attention to the underlying thing here. You know I'm 6 foot tall. You know my age. You're not going to sit here and act like you was never checking for me, sir. You've definitely been checking for me hard. He was disrespectful as hell to me. Not one of them men said this is going on too long. This is extremely embarrassing. He is a stan. He has an altar in his closet hidden behind a secret wall with my photos all over it and candles. Facts. I know his type. So at this point, I kind of do start getting scared and worried. Because now at this point, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. This was kind of funny when I thought it was just, some random guy. But now I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. You know about my child. You know my height. You know my age. Oh, wait a minute. What else was he doing? Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Like, it was funny, but now it's kind of not funny. Y'all remember Hey Arnold? Y'all remember Hey Arnold? where Helga was always so mean to Arnold, but deep down inside, she loved him. Deep down inside, she would be so mean to Arnold, but deep down inside, she secretly liked him. Okay, that's what he doing. This is what he got of me in his house. Okay, listen, this him. I know his type. Okay, this what he got going on of me. He got one of these under his bed or in a hidden closet in his house. Facts. Okay, this what he got. I'm picking up what you putting down, sir. All right, and this has officially gotten weird. You're 30-some years old. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, wait a second. Oh, you in love. Oh, you checking for me hard. Oh, yes, you are. Stop capping. Yes, facts. You told on yourself. You exposed your whole hand. Now everything you say is invalid. You can't make this up.
Breakdown. I'm sorry.
I'm
So
sorry.
All right, look,
my
wait,
point that I wanted to make when I came on here.
I'm sorry.
Six.
Can you imagine?
Yes,
Six,
Rilla.
wait, 1 second. I'm just saying 1 second.
You know, and I'm slightly trolling, but in a serious note, men like this really can be dangerous, not even being funny. Men like this can really be dangerous because this behavior, how emotional he is, you don't know what that can fuel someone to do. I don't know how much information he has on me. I don't know where he lives. You know what I'm saying? So I was joking, but kind of not joking that I really am scared. This is weird. I'm thinking this is a conversation with a stranger. I didn't know this man had a secret altar of me. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, but it's not really funny because this man is clearly mentally ill and unstable. I don't know what he could do. This man took off at level 100 from me asking him one question. So yes, the brothers definitely should have been like, hold on now. Like none of the brothers peeped this and be like, okay, let me stop this. This has officially gotten kind of out of control. Instead, logic then says that I'm being a Karen for saying I'm scared and uncomfortable. When I clearly had every right to be definitely thrown and taken aback by this brother clearly
Gonna
stalking
let you
me.
finish, and then
Well,
we're gonna
Rilla,
move
I
to
just
the
want to
other
make
guy.
my point.
I
I really
just
haven't
wanna make
been
my
able to
point.
really speak since I got on here because
Chaotic.
I have
You gotta
triggered.
relax.
Chaotic is the right
Blood
name
Her
for him.
mouth is
You're
so
right.
I'm
annoying.
really sorry that
I
women like
really-
me
I
never
really- you are
decided to date
insufferable,
you,
lady.
but
Hey,
I
You are
never knew
so
you. I'm
insufferable.
sorry.
got
I
you.
didn't
Six.
know you.
Six.
I really apologize.
No, it's all good.
I'm
Six.
sorry. I
We're gonna
didn't
let
ask
you-
for this.
Six. We're
Get
gonna
her
let
out
you
of here.
finish your point. Chaotic. I'm gonna ask you to stand down.
All right. I'm
Respectfully.
going to mute. I'm going to
He's
mute.
gonna finish her point, and then we're gonna move.
Chicago
to
Rilla is the only one that remotely attempted in some way to check this brother and calm him down. And when Chicago says something to him, he'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. But then when I say something, he's on 10. This is why if a man would have came forward and really put him in his place, this whole thing could have been avoided.
And then we gonna move to Jay
Yes,
Prince.
submit to that man.
Respect. T. I'm gonna put you in time.
T's so petty. Listen, what is T's Instagram? Like, I need to follow her. T is funny AF. The FBA sister is on point. Like, you cannot make this stuff up. Like, finally, Chicago Rilla came through and it's like, all right, thank you. This should have been happened.
Time out, T. Okay. Six is gonna finish her point. Then we're gonna move to Scam, and then we're gonna move to Jay Prince. Go ahead, Six.
Okay, so what it all comes down to is this. Crime in general, 70% of crimes committed by any person of any race are committed against their own race. I remember when
Now, they not ready for these facts I'm about to spit. Okay? This is what I really came on here to say. Because I'm like, what is the goal here? Are y'all trying to say that white people are nicer to each other? What are y'all, when y'all sitting here and say the justice system is not unfair against us, police brutality is not a real thing, what is your goal? Is your goal here to say, well, black people are worse Okay, black people are worse and white people are better. Like, what is the point? What are we trying to get to here?
When I was shopping for a Jeep Wrangler, the minute that I decided I was in the market for the Wrangler, all I started noticing was Jeep Wranglers on the road because I was specifically looking for this car. Now, all of a sudden, it seemed like I saw them everywhere. The way that this system goes is this: the police are nothing but an evolved form of a slave catcher. So, this means that they are predisposed to seek out and capture Black people. This is the foundation that they are built on. Now, this is factual. There has been studies on this. I can pull receipts on this if you would like, that Black people are simply more likely to be looked to be committing a crime. If you go looking for something, you will always find it. Look at this most recent interaction that we're talking about with the Courtney Taylor and Christian Abumseli. Courtney Taylor will not go into the books as a murderer.
And this is the point that I was trying to make, because the problem is that the system of white supremacy controls the census, statistics, and how they're reported. I was using the example with Courtney and Christian because this is an example of a white woman who has factually committed a first-degree murder, but it will not go into the books that way. And if you don't understand this concept, I don't know what to tell you. You cannot sit here and say that Black people commit the most violent crimes according to statistics that are regulated by white people. So Courtney Taylor's murder will not count towards another tally towards murders committed by white people. Meanwhile, had it been a sister that stabbed a white man, that would have been another tally on Black people for us having a violent murder. You cannot sit and argue your numbers on the fact that, we as Black people are the most violent, when the whole point of this is that white people are able to murder and commit other crimes without it being charged and documented. This is a very easy concept to comprehend. If you don't comprehend it, you simply do not want to.
Does this mean that white people murder each other less than we do? No, it simply means that white people, due to the system, their crimes are not registered.
Hey, Danica, I didn't even see you in here. I love you,
ours
sis.
would be registered. It is not about what is actually happening in real life.
Chad Wheeler, another wonderful example. Chad Wheeler assaulted his Black girlfriend. Is that assault going to go into the books for crimes, violent crimes of white people? No. Are all these white frat boys at these rich white universities that mass sexually assault girls at the school going into the history books as violent crimes committed by white men? No. Meanwhile, we blink wrong. Even sometimes we defend ourselves violently. We violently self-defend, and that still goes down. That still goes down as a violent crime. This is not hard to comprehend.
It's about what is reported. It is factual that white people are able to commit crimes and not even be arrested for them, not even be charged for them. There will always be instances where a Black person may commit a crime and maybe they will not be charged, but it is a very rare occurrence. To sit and say that as long as Black people commit crimes against each other, that we are somehow undeserving or as though we are lesser or not as good as other races is not okay. We sit here and say that white people can get together and have fun and not commit crimes against each other. 90% of serial killers are white males. Almost every single mass shooter is a white male. These are white people that go in and kill each other senselessly.
Hey, Kay. I didn't see Kay is here. Kay, I'm so glad you're here. Kay, first of all, I just want to say thank you. Okay, because last night got really weird and you really stayed very solid. You stayed really solid and I really felt supported by you, and I want to thank you for that, because we can all disagree on different topics, that's fine, but when a man starts getting that aggressive towards me, that was inappropriate. Okay? And I really appreciate you for having my back, sis. Kay says, exactly. I specifically said that the justice system favors white people, and that's something I thought more people were aware of. They are aware of it. They just have a vested interest in job in acting like it's not a thing. But Kay kept it so playa and so G this entire time.
And create the unrealistic expectation that we are not allowed to commit crimes against each other. Crime is simply a thing of proximity. So it's not fair for us to sit and say, oh, well, Black people commit these crimes against me worse and white people don't. At the end of the day, you are not in the white community. You are not aware of the amount of crime that goes on, but they are simply not arrested for it, and it's simply not reported. When it comes down to it, we cannot sit and say that we're only getting pulled over if we have a suspended license or if we have a light out. That is literally not true. And it's so easy to sit and say that, because if you can't see past your own front porch, just because something doesn't specifically happen to you does not mean it does not exist. I know that diabetes affects majority of Black people. I don't have it. I've never had it. But do I know that it is a thing that affects us as a whole? Yes. Just because it may not have happened to an individual does not mean it's a thing. I always wonder, what is the goal when Black people try to convince other Black people that racism doesn't exist, that the justice system is not imbalanced towards us? What are you looking to gain from that? And what do you do when the situation happens where it is you and that hot seat? Because the reality is it doesn't happen to any of us.
Fucking dumb.
Let her finish.
Wow.
I don't get.
So do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? I just sat and respectfully articulated that entire monologue. And Logic's response is, that's fucking dumb. Why you can't just talk back to me? Why you can't just talk to me? What is this? What is this shit? I just sat and articulated that whole thing, and you're like, it's fucking dumb. What? Man, if you,
This is dumb.
Let her finish. I don't give a fuck if it's dumb, Logic.
Can you please? She said she got these stats.
Logic. Breathe and go eat your damn DoorDash sushi and calm the fuck down. Let her finish.
I'm asking, she can finish.
Okay, let her finish then.
I'm just saying, ma'am, can you please drop the stats in the back chat? I would like to review it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, you can go check out my most recent video. I dropped all the receipts, articles in there. I'm not about to sit and type that in here. I have it all in there. You can go look at it.
You would have to be on blotter acid.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, sis. It's like the amount of triggering. I'm really trying to understand why. I'm confused.
It's because you triggering.
Everything you said was true.
No, it's not. 90% of serial killers,
I can't believe
serial
the
killers are
screaming,
not
yelling,
white.
and cussing.
That's not true.
And why are you screaming and yelling and cussing at a woman?
Because you are insufferable, Six Da Goddis. I would have to be on blotter.
I've been on this panel for 5 minutes. And I'm insufferable.
He fantasized about
Chaotic. Let me ask you one question.
Clearly, girl, he stalked me clearly.
You disrespected me, so I'm gonna disrespect you.
I did not disrespect
you. Did disrespect you.
And you're not going to disrespect me. I can promise you that. You're absolutely not going to disrespect me.
You're not going.
You're a single mother. You're 35 years old. Get out of here. Take care of your child.
Hold on.
Why is he?
Wow.
Hold on. Oh,
wow.
Chaotic. When it's your channel and you host the panel, you can do whatever you want to do, bro.
Yes.
All right. Right now, I'm moderating this shit right now.
Okay. I got you.
All right. Six, I appreciate you. Stay up if you want. You're more than welcome. Please, family, be respectful. Like, what the fuck? Scam. What you got for us, man? Welcome to the show.
Chaotic thinks because he's in the upper left corner that he thinks that because he's in JR's little spot right there.
That he's
But they are
Shay
doing
was
that
petty
already.
for that.
insulting people left and right
I got
tonight.
you, ladies.
And he started off with it when you
Like he
asked
came
for
at
that
me
was
when I
great.
first
Gotta
got
move
on
it.
here. Like,
You gotta
why
move
do
it.
men
You gotta
sit
move it.
Go
and
back and
talk
listen
your
to yourself.
page?
Family,
They sit
you're
and
addressing
talk
it,
everything
I gotta
about
move
you
it.
and then claim they don't like you. He talking about
never
my
said I
height,
didn't
my
like you.
Gotta
age,
move
my
it.
I
child.
never said I didn't like you at
Meanwhile, I
all.
don't know anything
I
about
didn't say I
you.
didn't
Like,
like you.
sir,
I
you're
said you're
clearly
insufferable.
obsessed with me.
So now we've been on this panel together for what, 15, 20 minutes. And he's talking about I'm insufferable and a nag. Sir, I've been here with you for 15 minutes. Okay? For me to be a nag, you'd have to consistently spend time with me and see me have repetitive behavior over and over. Like, what are you talking about? I'm insufferable, yet you stalk everything about my life. I'm far from insufferable. Seriously. Okay. So now I'm going to fast forward a little bit because whoever this scam likely guy is and was very embarrassing. He came on here. I don't know what he had going on, but he started singing a song. It was so embarrassing.
With the what women want from a man.
Let me see if I can show
Welcome to
y'all.
the show, Scam. As always, brother. What's the word?
Oh man.
This was
Am I gonna be
this
able to
whole
get
thing
these
was a
words
shit show.
out?
This was so
Damn.
embarrassing.
Yep. Nobody's gonna interrupt you because Lodge's gonna set
Look
the
at what
timer
this
up
fool
for
ends
you
up
and-
doing. Hold on, let me see if I can.
See, this actually, I don't even have to say that many words. This proves what it is.
Exactly.
Does anybody want to participate in this?
But you're
All right.
here.
Put your money, put your family in this? Are you serious? I
Why
identify
are
as a
y'all
see
here?
what I'm talking
Why
about?
are you here?
You're participating in it right now.
Better
Man,
off
You know what I'm
doing
talking
light
about?
to camera.
Watch this.
These women cannot listen to you. So you
3
better off
seconds.
going to
Chaotic.
Four,
You have been talking
5,
about how black
6
panels are,
seconds.
and you knew that everyone here was black.
terrible.
And
You
you
cut
came here
me off the
anyway.
first time I
I'm
got on
trying to
here.
figure out
Just
what is
letting y'all
Black
know.
This is a
people
black
have a
community.
bad
Wait,
habit
wait.
of
I'm just
cutting
letting y'all
people
know.
off.
Scam is 18, 19, 20 seconds in. He's got 120 seconds to get his points out.
Watch this.
We on time is
It's
right
so
now.
embarrassing.
It's a shame. But it's usually the women talking over the men, and it's usually some dudes talking some old stuff and whatever. But when I go to the black community, which doesn't really exist, I look around, all I see is wigs. Wigs and more wigs. But I look around,
Come on.
all I see is wigs. All I see is wigs.
Wow.
Good night, everybody.
Wow.
All I see is
Wow.
wigs.
Scam, you stayed up for that, man.
I had points, but they just wouldn't stop talking. They just wouldn't. It's
But
just
let me
not-
ask you this. So since when, as men, did we start?
All right. So now another dude is about to join the panel, and this gets interesting once again. Okay. As though this couldn't get any more interesting. A Jamaican police officer is about to join the panel, guys. Now, if y'all thought this was bad, okay, if y'all thought this was bad, it gets worse. I know y'all are thinking this cannot possibly get worse. It does, okay? Watch this. Oh, this is so cringe. Get ready for the cringe.
With the
Now, this guy,
what women want
the
from a
Jay Prince
man.
guy, he came on and changed the subject to something he wasn't even talking about. I
Solution-based
don't know what he had
conservative
going on.
content creator. The
I'm trying to
solution
see where is
to
the
stay away
Jamaican
from niggas.
policeman.
Particularly
Hold on.
Let me speak for
I got
myself,
you.
please.
any
I
woman
would
named
like
Six Da Goddis didn't. Six Da Goddis said, "Where your parents from? Where it is from?"
Now this is very interesting. Okay. When I came on to the panel, I said, "Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Hey, hello." Okay. And then I said to him, I got a question for the brother, to the right. Now, Logic waited until I got off the panel to sit and say, "Oh, Six was being disrespectful to him. She asked him where his parents are from. It had nothing to do with it." Then we told her his name, and she purposely mispronounced his name. I'm like, what? I said the brother to the right because at that point the names were not there anymore. I didn't know the name. JR said chaotic, and I said, "Okay, chaotic." I did not mess up his name. I was not disrespectful. So logic waits until I'm gone to lie on me, which I also did not appreciate. So now I respectfully asked, where are your parents from? Now he, the chaotic, ends up lying again, saying that I came on there and said, where your parents from? I came on there and I said, hey, my brother, I said, can I ask, where are your parents from? I said it just like that. He, in his emotions, regurgitates it. You see how he heard me? Where your parents from? I did not in any way, shape, or form call in here talking like that. Where your parents is? Where your parents from? I didn't say that. So this is what I mean by it being embarrassing as a man to move in your emotions like this. Men are supposed to speak factually and logically. This over exaggeration, these lies, these dramatics are inappropriate and unbecoming of a man.
To me, that is offensive. It is offensive because she is implying something. Now, she didn't say what she was implying, or she didn't say it, but what she is implying is that I don't have a right to critique the very same community that I've taught in.
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. Just like we don't have the right to go to someone else's countries and critique and gaslight them about their experiences. Absolutely. And you know that, and you know that's right. And that's exactly why you refuse to answer the question, because you know that is definitely, you are definitely not within your right. I don't care what experiences you have. I don't care what jobs you have. You know that it is culturally inappropriate to come here to my country and speak on my culture, talk about because you were a school teacher. Okay? Can y'all imagine what would happen if my black ass went to like Japan and sat on a Japanese panel and was like, no, I'm going to tell you guys about your Japanese culture because I was born here and I'm a teacher here. They might deport me. We can't go to other people's countries and tell them about their culture and their experiences. I don't give a fuck how much police you are there, what teacher you are there. You cannot do it. They do not stand for it. And I will not stand for it. So, sir, you are absolutely correct. You do not have the right to come here in a country that my ancestors fought to build a better life for us and critique it. You need to go back to Nigeria, where you're from, and work on your country there and critique them and worry about why 70% of your country doesn't even have 24-hour fucking electricity. That's what you need to go do. You're absolutely right. No, you do not get to sit in this country that my people built and critique us while you sit your big grown ass here and all you did was bring your toothbrush. You're absolutely correct. And I'm glad you knew that. And that's why you knew not to answer my question, because deep down inside, you know you violated.
That I worked in the courts for, and that I've done all types of community service engagement for with my fraternity and with other social organizations that I've been a part of.
He probably, what fraternity y'all think he is? He definitely a Kappa. Okay. He definitely the softest fraternity. He's definitely a Kappa. They let anybody in. You a Kappa for sure. Okay. For sure.
There is a major problem.
What fraternity are you in? You ain't in no real nigga fraternity for sure.
Community. I don't care about what happens in rural white communities, in Asian communities. I'm not Asian. I'm not white. I care about black people. I don't have to worry about white people gunning me down or doing anything to me. That's black people. So what I'm saying is that I have solutions on the black.
Y'all think he a Sigma? Yep, and that would be it too.
When I said, I don't know if you've been listening to the entire show.
Yes,
one of the problems is that black people should embrace conservatism. Conservatism being going back to how blacks were in the past.
The only going back you need to do is going back to Nigeria. That's where you need to go back to. Since you know so much and you're so educated, why don't you go back there? Black, you're going to come here and tell us what we need to go back to? Are you kidding me? The disrespect. And we as foundational Black Americans need to be the gatekeepers of our own respect. This is disrespectful.
The importance of nuclear.
If you know so much about what needs to be done, go implement that where you come from and get some fucking electricity 24 hours a day. Period.
Families.
Wrap it up, bro.
Yeah, I got you.
You ain't got electricity for a light bulb to write down a train of thought, but over here telling us what we need to do. And your parents got on a boat and left.
The importance of not doing drugs and alcohol. and the importance of women, especially being domestic. Even if we just did those little snippets, we will be a step closer to eliminating a lot of the social ills in our community. But Six Da Goddis didn't want to hear that from me. She came on, where your mom, who your mom,
You see how he lying? I don't get how these incels in these comments on this stream sat there and found me to be the problem. You cannot make this up. This man is literally lying. I did not lie on this man not one time. I did not attack his personal life, whether he got children, whether he's married. I didn't bring any of that up. I stayed on my square. I stayed logical, respectful. This man over here lying on me, saying that I came in here and said, who your mama is. You're literally lying on camera. And I'm so glad I'm able to show you guys this so you can see for yourself how this really went down.
Not at all what I said. You're gonna stop lying on me. No, Rilla, I'm sorry. Rilla, I'm sorry. He lied on me, so I get to defend myself.
You good.
Excuse me.
All you have to do is go back and listen to it.
No. You're not gonna lie on me. I did not come on here.
Wait a minute. Somebody said his fraternity is Theta Beta Tether fraternity. That is facts. What fraternity he's from?
No, I would like to speak for myself, please. I would like to speak for myself, please.
You gotta relax, bro.
Did y'all hear what he just said? Did y'all hear? I want to rewind it, but sometimes it takes it back too quick. Did y'all hear what he said? Any woman named Nefertiti, oh, he more and more is confirming to me that you be on my Instagram daily. I don't know if y'all caught that, but I am not rewinding it, okay? Because every time I rewind it, it take me back too far, okay? This is my Instagram account. What does it say? And it's Nefertari, not Nefertiti, but I can see how people see it and just think Nefertiti. This man is lying. If he ever say that he do not be checking for me, when you go on my Instagram, the first thing, Nefertari. Any woman that call herself Nefertiti, this man showed his hand more and more that he follows my every move. He outside my window right now, probably. I need to send my dog out there and see if she can make sure it's clear. You're a fan, sir. You are such a fan. When any woman that call herself Nefertiti, I'm like, oh, all right, okay. Well, it just put the nail in the coffin. Oh, sir, you checking. All right, y'all. If I go missing, if something happened to me, y'all, it was that nigga. All right, y'all. If you don't hear from me. If y'all can't find me, it was him for sure. I'm glad I got a guard dog, all right? Because she about to have to go out there and check what's going on. Because I know he in my bushes right now. Sir, you hang on to my every move. You watch everything I do. And it's sick.
I have to speak for myself, please.
You will say.
Okay. Now, if we're going to speak on what actually happened, there's one thing, but you're not going to come in here. You're not going to allow me. I came in here and I asked you, where are your parents from?
Why did you cut off Tamika? She wasn't done, ma'am.
Pause. Everybody pause. At some point, y'all going to have to let me, like I've been asked to run this. Y'all going to have to respect that and let me run it. I'm asking y'all respectfully. We'll give everybody their time. Tamika, you deferred your time to Chaotic. He took up your 2 minutes. He actually took up, like, you gave him an extra 30 seconds. So I'm going to have to give Six an opportunity to respond. We're not going to do a back and forth on this one. Six is going to respond, and then we go into Nathan. Y'all want to tune in for the after hours and finish it there, then we can. But we got to move this along. Whatever other callers we got left, because we coming up on 5 hours. People got to go to bed. They got to work in the morning. We do the after hours, and then we get it in that way. JR, is this the last one?
Oh, Lord. Why did you bring her up here?
Hold
Do
on.
you
I
see the
was
shit
not
show this
intentionally
came to?
chaotic. I
Look
just
at this
wanted to
girl eating
pinpoint. I did
chicken.
not cut you off. I didn't do any
All
of those
right.
things.
This is a shit
you said,
show.
But
This is
why
a
is she
joke.
on this panel?
Hold on.
I
Hold
was
on.
too good for this at this
She's entitled
point.
to be on the panel. She supports the show, but we're gonna let Six Logic. If you can start the 2-minute timer, we're gonna let Six respond, and then we're gonna get to Mr. Nathan. Okay.
You can't make this up.
Chaotic. I need you. If you have a point, I need you to just put a pin in it. I don't think Six going nowhere. So I just
What
need
is
you to
this
put a pin in it,
gremlin?
then we'll go back to it in after hours.
I'm respecting, sir. I'm on mute.
Thank you, sir.
I'm a
Go
peaceful.
ahead, Logic. Go ahead, Six.
Okay. First of all, I will not be lied on. I did not come on this panel and disrespect anyone. I did not come on this
This is so
panel and say
embarrassing.
who your mama is. I came on this panel and I said, sir, where are your parents from? So I just want to make that clear. I don't know this man. I did not come on here and disrespect anyone. Second of all, I think it's very ironic to sit and say that it's Black people who are violent when white people have literally went around committing genocide, mass shootings, stealing people's land, and are the number one serial killers in the entire world. It's the irony. But it kind of just shows his mind and where it's at and how he perceives things. Because even when I, as a Black woman, came on here and respectfully asked, where are your parents from? The way he heard it was, who your mama is. So it goes to show that even if we are conducting ourselves in a normal manner, he has his mind made up already as to how he will digest it, which is why I wouldn't really even continue to entertain this conversation with him. But I want to make it very clear.
Look at his tidy
that I
whities
was
over there in a
lied
bunch.
on, and I did not come on this panel and say who your mama is.
He was that kid in elementary school where the teacher asked a question and he'd be like, me, pick me. And the teacher just continues to ignore him and be like, and act like she don't see him. He was the one in class that'd be like, me, Miss Johnson, me, I know the answer. But Miss Johnson don't like your ass. She tired of hearing from you. So she act like she's like, God, please, anybody answer, put their hand up except for this nigga. Miss Johnson is so tired of him. So Miss Johnson is like, oh, anyone but him, and act like she don't see his ass. That's who he
and
was.
that's all I will say. I only debate my equals, everyone else I teach. If you are uneducated.
Now, when I said I only debate my equals, everyone else I teach, honey, that chat got so sent. The chat got, oh, who does she think she is? I can't believe she just said that. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's the truth. Okay. Shout out to the ancestor, John Hendrick Clark. I only debate my equals, everyone else I teach, period. Okay. You are uneducated. You are biased. You are irrational, and you are emotional. You can call it what you want, but I am too good for this conversation at this point. You're not on my level for us to have a conversation, and I'm done with this. You have a vested interest in not understanding what's going on. You have a vested interest in not understanding these basic concepts. So you can say, I think I'm all that. I think I'm better than everyone. In this instance, in this conversation with me and him, yes, I absolutely am better than him because I have a vested interest in this country. I am foundational Black American. I am making logical, valid, factual points. And his only response is, you drive a BMW. So, yes, I am too good for this. And, that is what it is. Wow. Thank you so much for the super chat, Marcel. Doesn't say anything, just sent me so much love. Wow. I truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. Y'all know I'm an energy returner. And see, this is why it's difficult being a powerful person. Okay. Because when you're a powerful person, it never matters how someone comes at you. Because your counterattack will always be so powerful that it will overshadow the initial attack. So this is why everybody in the chat was, oh my God, Six to Karen. Six tried to weaponize her femininity. No. This man was aggressive towards me. I simply defended myself. But of course, in my power, you cannot handle that. All right. And this is why I'm like, maybe panels are not for me. I won't come on to the panel again unless JR and Anton are there, and they will be there the whole time. Like I said, Anton would never have allowed this to go down like this. Even though we have difference of opinion, he would not have allowed no man to be that aggressive towards me. So, maybe this was not for me at this point. This was definitely beneath me, and I don't care who got a problem with me saying that. I said what I said.
On how all this works, and
You
you already
got
have your mind
chicks on here
made
eating
up to
chicken.
hear
Like, get
things
out
in
of
a
here.
certain way, and that white people are good and we are bad, then I won't have any conversation with you. But I want to make it very clear, I did not come on here and disrespect anyone. And do not speak to me any further. I do not give you consent to speak to me. You were extremely aggressive towards me, and I'm scared. And I would appreciate if the other men on the panel would enforce my saying I do not consent to him speaking to me any further and help me enforce that against him. Thank you.
Look at this.
All right. So wait.
They start laughing. What the fuck is funny? I don't. What was so funny? So then they're in the males were in the comments talking about Six wants us to. She want to be able to talk shit and then have us cape for her. Six is just like Jada Pinkett Smith. She'll try to sick a man on you. What? Anton was not there. He was not there by the time I got there. Okay? Because deep down inside, they know that what I said was within my right. This is how you're supposed to handle yourself, ladies, as a woman. It would have been inappropriate for me to be like, fuck nigga, fuck you, bitch ass nigga. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't have been right. So all I can do in that instance is be like, listen, I'm scared. Okay. This has gotten weird. All right. This has gotten weird. I'm uncomfortable, and this is me partially trolling, but partially serious. If me as a woman, if I sit there and I say, hey, at this point, I'm scared, I'm uncomfortable. By this time, I have given him ample time to have a civilized, non-emotional conversation with me. He refused to do that. When I was trying to sit and have a conversation with him, he was instead insulting me, yelling, screaming, cussing. What else can I do as a woman but to say, listen, I've given this a chance, okay? I've given this a chance, but listen, I just don't consent to you speaking to me any further. This was actually not me baiting anyone. It wasn't me, oh, I want men to protect me after it wasn't any of that. I was seriously at that point where it was like, I cannot win. I cannot win here with him. I can't even have a conversation. So me as a woman, I'm saying, hey, I'm bowing out. I don't consent to you to talk to me any further. Okay. This right here is fact, Sheena. If you were white, he wouldn't have said that. And that's a fact. Okay. By me being a brown-skinned, tall, well-articulate, intelligent Black woman, it's not believed when I say, hey, I'm scared, I'm uncomfortable. When I say, because of my size, because of my presence, because of my knowledge, because of how I speak, because of my platform, when I come forward as a woman and say, listen, I cannot continue to have this man scream at me, mock me. I just cannot take this anymore. All right. I'm bowing out. I feel scared. I'm scared. I'm uncomfortable. Please don't talk. Just don't even talk to me anymore. I came in here. I asked you one question. Okay. I came in here. I asked you one question. You lost your shit. I clearly cannot have, dialogue with you. So at this point, I just don't consent to you speaking to me any further. But y'all are so used to seeing women go toe to toe with you. Oh, fuck, nigga, shut up. If I would have been on some fuck, nigga, shut the fuck up, that would have been appropriate to you guys. Y'all would have digested that. But you cannot stand to see a woman say, I'm scared. This has gotten weird. I feel uncomfortable. Please don't talk to me anymore. You can't handle that. All right? Oh, you trying to sick us on him? Sick you on him? I'm not telling you to go punch him in the face. I'm saying, can one of you brothers tell this grown man to stop being so emotional, gather himself, and talk to me like a normal human being? Now, if you guys cannot, if that's me trying to sick you and put a battery in your back, you're just weak. I in no way, shape, or forms was trying to put a battery in anyone's back. If us as beautiful feminine women cannot simply call on the men around us to say, hey, this man's too aggressive. We all see it. I'm uncomfortable. Can somebody help me out here? That's putting a battery in your back. That's sad. That's why I said this will be a teachable moment. Okay? Now, let's continue. This is about to get real, y'all. I know we've been on here for a while, but we got to get through this. Because, y'all, this is just getting started.
Wait, because I said at the outset, I'm asking for men to be disciplined because I said at the outset, I'm going to allow her to get very because you invoked her name.
Very
and
interesting.
then if you have something else, I'm asking you to put a pin in it.
No, it's not about her. It's not about her. I do have
okay.
to.
So I do want to get to Mr. Daly.
Okay. Again, I'm real quick.
Frederick, the reason why me being uncomfortable is a reach for them, like I was just saying, is because of a few things. Okay. Because I am chocolate. I have a strong presence. I don't come off as weak or intimidating. I know how to speak up for myself. Okay. If I was like Amira or someone, if he would have screamed at Amira like that, they would have jumped in so quick. Don't look at her like that. Okay. I am allowed. If I say I'm uncomfortable, period. If I'm scared, period. It is not up to you to tell me whether or not I should or should not be comfortable. End of story. I did not ask anyone to slap someone. I didn't ask someone to shoot anybody. I simply said, hey, okay, this is too much. Can't do this. Okay. It is 100% because of my presence and aesthetics of why they felt as though I was not deserving and did not have the right to feel uncomfortable.
The timer, because I'm going to give them 60 seconds on this.
Okay, the fact we got to use timers, though.
Oh, okay. It said 60 seconds.
Now, this Nathan dude, I know his type. Oh, I know these type of dudes. And this Nathan dude might be even worse than the chaotic guy. Because at least chaotic is very overt with his shenanigans. It's very easy to spot. This Nathan guy is the worst type because he is so weasel-like with how he is. And y'all, watch how this goes down, Lord. Watch this now.
Okay. Again, and I'm going to respect the request. If America or any other Western country is so bad, there are 60 plus African and Caribbean nations where Black people are the dominant population. Some countries have 99.9% Black Bantu African people, like Liberia does, for example. So if America is so bad, so racist, so oppressive, leave this great capitalistic country that has a great...
Nigga, we ain't leaving a goddamn thing. We are not leaving a motherfucking thing. I know that that is the way of your people, which is to leave. We ain't going no motherfucking where. And we're definitely not going back to Africa, where for half of the day, we do not have electricity. Okay? We're not doing it. Stop telling us to leave. It is the most ignoramus, emotional, illogical, disrespectful things that you can say to us as foundational Black Americans, where this country was built on the blood of our great grandparents. You do not get to tell us to leave. That is how you get down. When you brought your toothbrush here and thought it was sweet, you did not see the generational pain that it took to get us here. By your logic, you would have came here and would have been still picking cotton if our ancestors thought like your ass. us as foundational Black Americans need to start demanding that they are not allowed to disrespect us this way. Well, why don't you just leave? No, nigga, why don't you just leave? Go back to the foo-foo and goosey soup you came from.
Infrastructure, great education system. You could be anything you want to be here. Leave this country and go live in one of these beautiful Black African or Black countries that people supposedly love and adore. So go there. I digress. Thank you, brother.
Got you. I want to get to Brother Nathan. Real quick. Welcome to the show, Brother Nathan. You are now rocking with the greatest.
Man,
for the panel, man.
Jesus Christ, I feel like I stepped into World War V up in here. Y'all going back and forth. This shit is wild.
Watch
you know,
this
I came to kind of make some corrections on some of the information that was being put out.
Look at this girl eating this chicken, y'all. Look at this girl eating this chicken. If this is not the most embarrassing shit show that you have ever seen, I don't know what is. Why is this allowed to go on? Why is this a thing? I literally cannot.
Out.
Now, here goes the Jamaican cop. Y'all, I'm so sorry to put y'all through this. Get ready for round 2. Oh God, please get ready.
Statistics that was being talked about in reference to policing, reference to the violence.
Now, this Nathan guy came in here with an agenda. Okay. His agenda was he came on here specifically to converse with me. Okay. I had no desire to speak to this guy. Okay. You're Jamaican and you're a cop. I honestly, you're way too invested to a side far away from mine. Okay. You have a reason to think the way I know you already think. I'm sorry, but one thing, I'm just not going to sit and have a conversation with a Jamaican cop. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it. There are certain things I'm not going to do. I know how far you have invested into where you're at. And I'm just not doing it. So I had no desire to speak to this man. Okay. He was by God, so help him. He was going to get me to talk to him. Watch this.
In our communities. I don't know where Six Goddis, what's her name? Six?
See? Keep in mind. It was like nobody. Literally nobody. Not one soul. What's her name? Six Goddess, nigga. You know exactly what my name is, and you know exactly who I am. This boy is the guy in kindergarten that threw sand in your hair because he liked you. He is that type. Now, again, I have not spoke to him. I have not mentioned. I have no desire to talk to him. Watch how he forces a conversation with me. Watch this.
Well, I don't call nobody gods, but
you see how he did that? Yeah. See, again, y'all, I go through this so much to where if you have not experienced this, I can see how someone can not really understand what is happening here. But I have experienced so many men like him that I know why he's moving the way he moved. Keep in mind, I have not said anything to you. I have not disrespected you at all. He gets on here. What's your name? Six God? Oh, well, I don't call anyone God. Let me tell you something. A name is what someone answers to. Okay? If my name's Six Da Goddis and you want me to respond, oh, you going to call me Six Da Goddis. How you going to sit here and tell me what I should and should not be called and what I should or should not answer to? And what's it to you? So right then and there, when he did that weak undermining tactic, I knew. I said, oh, hell no. I already see what it is. Y'all, this gets so bad. Y'all will not believe how bad this gets. Just fasten your seatbelt.
Wherever Six went, her information was grossly inaccurate. And I just believe that if we're going to be educating our people on facts and truth, we need to make sure we have the accurate information, and we need to make sure we have a proper discussion about it. Since this channel, the Peace Channel, is a very powerful channel, you know, it commands the attention of a lot of our people in our community. And if we're going to talk about information regarding the Black community in reference to police relations, deaths, we need to have accurate information. And so everything that I heard her say was grossly inaccurate.
Okay. Now you hear what he said?
I think it's
this nigga say everything. Now keep in mind, why you came on here for me like nigga? I didn't send for you. I didn't ask you to be the authority on what is final and what's right or wrong. Who are you? Who is you? Who died a million? Like, who is you? Everything she said is grossly inaccurate. He said that every single thing I said was grossly inaccurate. This is another part of this where y'all need to hang on to every word being said.
Something that needs to be discussed. I mean, we could talk about it one at a time because there's a lot of information. If you want to start with one section, we can pick it apart.
Now, he came on here really to just antagonize me and throw sand in my hair because he likes me. Okay. What he wasn't expecting was that I wasn't going to bite the bait. So now you're about to see him start to stall. Okay. Because he doesn't really know where to start. You're about to see him stall because now he's trying to figure out, I came on here to throw sand in her hair. Where is she? What should I do? Okay. Watch this.
We can start.
Maybe you and Six can team up and y'all do a YouTube discussion.
Now, sis, I don't know why you suggested this. Okay, I love you, sis, and I appreciate you so much. But sis, now why would you do that? Sis, I love you, but that wasn't it. I don't know why you even said that. Okay, because by now I think you know me well enough to know that no, baby, no, my dear, that wasn't gonna happen. Now, you set everybody up by suggesting that. I don't know what would make y'all do that. Okay. So, you know, I don't know why you did that, sis. You set that
sounds
up
like
for
a
failure.
fire show. Approach her in the right manner, and I think she'll be down to have the conversation.
No, I won't.
She's really cool. I watch your channel and I support her. And Nathan, I like your perspective. I think it'll be an awesome conversation for the culture to see.
No.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Mm-hmm.
Nathan, what was something that you heard? Because I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was said.
That was actual facts.
So I know this isn't my channel, but you guys, to be honest and be completely honest, I'm very transparent. It's very impossible to have a conversation with people arguing and going back and forth. So if someone's talking, I just ask that if I'm
see
up
how
here,
he's stalling?
I'll just be respectful because we can't educate anybody if we're going back and forth and cutting people off. All right. When we have these discussions and these conversations, emotions need to be out of it.
Sir, please shut up. We're grown-ass adults. We don't need you
find the
chastising us like we're in kindergarten. Say what you need to say it with your chest, and let's move forward. Can you skip this father-daughter dialogue that you're giving us this little lecture? We don't need this. Okay. We're grown. We do what we want. Say what you need to say. Stop stalling. He's stalling, like waiting for me to come back. Like, wasn't expecting this to go this way. Let me find a way to drag this out.
How to look it up yourself. CDC, FBI facts. But but honestly, guys, we cannot have this conversation with people and their emotions because it's a difficult conversation to have. All right. So,
I'm sorry. Hold on one second, brother. Nathan. Logic. I know people were cutting in on him. I'm gonna offer him grace. Can you reset the timer, Nathan? I want to give you an additional 2 minutes, respectfully, to address one thing that you heard that Six said, and nobody's gonna cut you off.
Sounds good.
Address it, and if anybody has something to add or to, I guess, counter or whatever, I'm just asking that you put a pin in it, really quick. Logic, is you there? Logic, you off your square.
I know. Just
all right, hold on. Once it gets okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's a lot. There was a couple things she talked about. I think I heard something about slave patrols, that policing started from slave patrol. That's not true at all.
Okay, I want y'all to really listen to this part. This is when I knew for sure. I already knew I knew his mind was going to be too far gone by him not being FBA and you're a police officer. I already knew his mind was too far gone, which is why I did not engage him in the first place. But when he said this, it solidified that I for sure was not even going to waste my time. Your mind's so gone, baby. You're nowhere on my level. The things I say to you would go so far over your head. It's just listen to this.
That's absolutely not true. I challenge everybody to do their own research. It's not true. Slave patrolling actually started in the South. Policing already existed in the North. It had nothing to do with that. When the South learned how to police, it was already taking place in the North. The first police departments were New York and Boston and Chicago after that. And then as policing went to the South, the slave patrols, who were actually slave patrols, they were people who volunteered to catch slaves. When their police departments formed, the slave patrols signed up to be police officers. That's the origin.
Nigga, what? Okay, I just want to hear from y'all in the chat. Before I say it, can y'all put in the chat what just happened there? You cannot make this up. Grown men. Thank you, Miss Phoenix. I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna give y'all a. You cannot make this up. I didn't even have to say it. Look at the chat. Look at the chat. I ain't gonna say anything. I am not going to say anything. Okay? Wow. This really happened, guys. This is not staged. This is not satire. This really happened. And when he said this is how I knew, oh, you came on here just to talk to me. Because again, these are guys that in the real world could never walk up to me and start a conversation. They would shit themselves. So these panels, which is why I won't be doing this like this anymore. I can't give them that much access to me. Okay. When people decide to become a police anyway, it's normally the guys that have a power complex. Growing up, they didn't get power. All the football players and everyone else didn't accept them. So now they want to grow up and become a police so that they can arrest and write tickets to all the men that they couldn't be as good as growing up. Okay? He just wanted to talk to me. This nigga got on here and said, everything she said was grossly inaccurate. Okay. The police did not come from slave patrol. Okay. So what it was is in the North, the police were already formed. Then they opened up in the South. Then the slave patrol joined the police force. You cannot make this up. If you just wanted to come talk to me, just say that. I would have respected you so much more if you would have just said, Six, I fuck with you. I like you. Can I talk to you for a little bit? But when you try to come on here and say, this is grossly inaccurate, and then proceed to prove the exact point I just made, stop.
All right. I have a video on my channel. I have the receipts under the video, and you can do your own research. In reference to, I believe someone said something about the homicides in the Black community. Chaotic said 3% of Black men. No, Black men make up approximately 6% of the Black community. We are about 13.5% of the population. When it talks about violent crimes, Black men commit the most of the violent offenses in this country. We commit almost half of the violent offenses in this country. Who commits the most crime in general?
That's
White people.
Yep.
White people are 60% of the population. They commit the most crimes. Blacks commit approximately 50% of the violent offenses.
Okay, so see, here we have another issue. All right. Here is where the next issue kind of goes down. Okay. And this is what I just spoke about. All right. I just spoke about, these people, they pretty much use white supremacist data and statistics to argue their points. Okay. So white supremacy will sit and have white people commit all kinds of crimes, not charge them, not sentence them, not put it on record. And then meanwhile, as Black people, if we breathe wrong, okay, this is the reality of how it goes. As Black people, if we so much as breathe wrong, all right, what is happening? What is happening is, hold on. So if you're going to use their talking points, you know what I'm saying, as what's going to prove you being right, I mean, I really can't go back and forth with you. I'm sorry. Okay. We've seen many times where it will be a white person. Okay. We've seen many times where it will be a white person that will have a gun. Okay. White people will have a gun doing all type of stuff, and they will be arrested with care, given Chick-fil-A. This is simply not happening. Okay. Y'all, if the sound is going out, something, refresh your screen so we keep it on going. Nothing's going to stop us. All right. Let's proceed.
We kill each other approximately 7,500 homicides on average a year committed by Black people. White people kill themselves approximately a year, 4,000, and they're 60%. I think Six said something about proximity. Proximity is irrelevant.
Proximity now that right there really just knowing that he's a police officer, I see why people hate the police. Okay. For you to claim, where is he the police at? Like, what precinct is he at? Because God help you all. Okay. Do you know that when, I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Do you all know that when a Black person applies to become a police officer, that part of their interview process is a question that goes something like this? Do you feel like because you are Black that you would show certain favor or leniency towards other Black people? They ask you that. When you are Black and you are interviewing to become a cop, they literally ask you, are you going to get in here to this police force and be more lenient on Black people? Are you going to let Black folks go because you're Black too? Will you be biased? They ask you that. And if you say yes, do you think you're getting the job? Do you see Black cops able to call white cops out when they are committing misconduct and getting these white cops locked up, prosecuted in the masses? No. If you are a Black cop, and once there is no such thing as a Black cop. Once you become a cop, you're blue. Black cops are not able to get in there and show us favor and pull strings for us and call out the quote unquote bad cops. Cops see other cops doing bullshit all the time and don't say anything, which makes you just as compliant and makes you just as guilty. Having a Black cop doesn't mean much, because it's the same of the reason why having a Black judge or a Black president doesn't mean anything. You still don't have any power. White supremacy is not going to allow Black people into these positions to sit and put us at an advantage. Even if you're technically in the position, you still don't have power there. If anything, if you're a Black cop that commit misconduct, they'll prosecute you and put your ass in jail. You think him as a Black cop has not seen several times white cops treating us unfairly and he can't say shit or do anything about it? We don't care. Get out of here.
the amount of crime that Black people commit against themselves?
Crime is absolutely positively 100% about proximity. Okay. Did I say that proximity is the factor in how much you commit crime? No. What I said is proximity is a factor in who you commit crimes against. Okay. I did not say that, oh my God, proximity means that this proximity will create more crime than others. No, proximity means that when you commit a crime, it is about who you are going to commit the crime against. And he knows that. He is just trying to find a way to bait me into conversation and wait for me to come back on here. So now he's just babbling.
It's far too high. We're only 13%. So I don't know why people say that, and I don't know why people say disproportionate, because crime is about crime, and the effect of crime and policing has everything to do with behavior.
Oh my
So
God.
again, we have to be very mindful when we throw these numbers out. In reference to that, I know there's a lot of stuff said. There's just a lot of information.
Thank you. Listen, thank you. Where that comment just went. Someone say, well, who over there killing the Ukrainians right now? This is how you know it's a mental illness. You got Russians blowing up the Ukrainians all on TV right now. Innocent Ukrainians. You got Russians coming in here blowing up Ukrainian hospitals, orphanages, train stations, blowing up innocent people within their same race, because Ukrainians and Russians are the same people. They're blowing each other up next door to each other. And that's not a problem. Okay? The problem is the Bloods and Crips. You can't make this up. You cannot make
we
this
need to
up.
correct that data and that statistics. And in reference to policing, Black officers started policing in this country in 1867. All right, so let's be
okay. So let me tell you. Let me tell you guys. Okay, so he's saying, oh, Black people began to join the police force in 18 whatever. Do y'all think that Black people were joining the police force back then and they were protecting the rights and the well-being of Black people? Or do you think that these was the good niggas that the white folks would appoint to further keep their foot on the necks of us even further? What do y'all think? Okay. For him to say that Black people have been in the police force since the 18 whatever is absolutely ridiculous. As though back in 18 whatever, Black people were joining the police force to be empowered and treated equally. Stop it. Stop. Okay, the amount of emotions and lack of logic in this is astounding to me. Okay, get out of here. Let's get started. Let's keep it going.
clear. The first African Americans started policing in Alabama, and then I believe Louisiana had the largest police department than Texas. All right, so we gotta understand our history before we start speaking. I suggest we bring up people who are qualified to talk about it, so that we don't confuse our community about information and spread unnecessary propaganda. That's how we get shot by the police, because we think that the stuff the media is teaching us is fact, and it's not.
This nigga said, man, this nigga said, that's why we get shot by the police. Because we think that the police are bad and out to get us, and they're not. He's hitting us with the good old, well, if you would just comply, they wouldn't shoot you. He's hitting us with that. And we've seen the Philando Castiles that are sitting in their car like, okay, officer, here's my ID, reach for your driver's license, and you get shot up. The gaslighting and the disrespect is outrageous here. Well, if you guys would just comply and you just wouldn't be so mean to the police and you just wouldn't think they were so bad, then you guys wouldn't get shot. You can't make this up.
And just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. So for any conversation people have about what black officers have done, I mean, what white officers have done to black people, I can show you 2 other situations where a white officer has done the exact same thing to a white person. All right, so we just have.
Okay, can you please show us the white man that's sleeping in his bed and white officers knock on his door with a no-knock warrant and bust in and light him up in his sleep? Please show us. Can y'all please show us white men that are sitting on the ground for 10 minutes with another white man with his foot literally on his neck until he can't breathe and dies? Show it to us. We're waiting. Please show us the white women like that white women who got Sandra Blanded, that got pulled over for no reason and then died in jail, and then her dead corpse was set up like a mugshot. Show it to us. And this is why I say a Jamaican cop, that's a double bias. That's double ignorance. Why the hell would I sit and go back and forth with you? Anything you've done to a black person, I can show you where cops did the same thing to 2 other white people. Shut up. You literally can't. You're lying.
We have to be careful. We have to be mindful. It's one thing I talk about all the time on my channel. So if anybody has any questions, I can answer anything directly.
Appreciate you, Nate. Are you willing to stay up for a second?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, thank you, bro.
Question, Nathan. Do you think that
okay, so now I end up let me fast forward this a little bit.
Is in the criminal,
you know, so if we're not present.
No, I appreciate that.
Oh shit. This is our problem.
Hold on.
Don't call that man a pig.
How come you gonna keep me with me though?
Okay, we're gonna fast forward through this.
I done jumped out of airplanes. I done did all kind of
crazy. So then a lot made sense after this as well. Okay, that Logic said he was in the military. So again, you have to look at what people have invested in an argument. Because I was trying to figure out Logic's MO. Like, why are you on here going so hard to tell us that black people are worse than white folks and we deserve everything I get and niggas ain't shit? Like, I'm trying to think, what is his it's because he dedicated 20 years of his life to the American military, where they go to be violent towards other countries to steal their resources in the name of freedom and justice. Now it makes sense of why Logic is so invested in defending that. All right. People in the military, people who are police, I'm not here to talk down on you, but what I will say is this: I understand that when you invest and risk your life for that, I see why you have a vested interest in defending this. You were in the military for the most violent country in the world. You went to other countries to harm innocent people so the United States can rape them of their resources and money. So now I see why you are so invested in, but I'm not bad for that, and white people ain't bad. Now it all makes sense.
Is this shit? And for some sorry ass nigga to see here and say somebody.
So he was mad because people were in the comments calling Nathan a pig. So he's standing up for a grown man. So now what was amazing to me is we see grown men standing up for another grown ass man so severely, but y'all sat there and allowed that man to be so belligerent and aggressive towards me and didn't say anything. This is a grown man. He could defend himself. Why are you defending him? Okay. So I found that interesting. So you are capable of defending someone when in the wrong. Y'all just choose not to. Okay, got it.
To do something.
I agree with you.
And his ass won't do.
I agree with you.
For him to call somebody a pig and for the chat to be dropping pigs.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that's what I was about to address. I just would address it different than you, Logic. That's all I'm saying. So let me say this. Wait, Logic.
Let me fast forward a little bit.
Y'all to sit up there and say pig. Yo,
okay, I don't want to hear y'all defending another grown man.
How can I benefit? How can I
I can't stomach that right now. Let's move it forward.
And that is a black liberal problem. You hear so many black people disrespecting the military in this country that has made our people wealthy. We black people experience more wealth in recent years than anywhere else on the planet. But to sit here and say that this man is a pig, I'm appalled by it. But it goes.
Can I
back-
respond? Can I respond?
Give me a second, sir. Give me a second,
Watch
sir.
this.
Give me a second, sir.
Hold on, Jay Prince. You'll have a
I'm
chance.
almost done.
Chaotic.
Again, everything Nathan said was respectful, and I'm glad that he condensed it and made it simple. Mine was chaotic. I will admit that. But he said the same thing that I was saying. This man put his life on the line and he got called a pig. It's appalling. And that's why people like Candace Owens, people like Officer Tatum, people like Jesse Lee Peterson, who people clown. Black people don't like them because they are speaking facts, they are speaking logic and critically thinking, and they're pointing out black idiosyncrasies.
They still put pigs in the chat. This is crazy.
I'm taking.
You don't run shit, Logic. You don't run them.
Hold on.
You can't make this up.
Logic. I'm taking care of the chat.
Logic. You gotta relax, man. You can't control that.
I'm taking care of the chat.
I just know this shit is real, man.
It is.
Look, no, I'm just saying, and then watch this. I'm gonna say this. Not only that, but when that woman was up here, and the chaotic the truth was arguing.
Now let's this is the part where it goes back to getting real again. Okay. So now I want you to first notice that Logic calls me that woman when he knows my name. I've been on the panel before. I've been there before. He knows exactly who I am. Him calling me that woman was a form of disrespecting me. Okay. So y'all pay attention to now how Logic sat there and defended Nathan, a grown ass man. He sat and defended him to the point where a vein was coming out of his head. But now he is going to sit and tell me that I was wrong for saying that I was uncomfortable. Okay. Watch this. This is where things get real. Now, by this time, I had got off the panel because I was like, you know what? This ain't for me. I'm too good for this. I'm out. Okay. So I had got off the panel. I'm in the bed. I'm kind of like, I'm following along, but I'm not participating anymore. So now I'm like, wait a minute, not you waiting until I get off the panel to then hit me with that woman. So pay attention.
They was arguing back and forth. Me and you tried to stop it multiple times. We couldn't control it, right?
They did not now one time try to stop that back and forth. Okay. See, this is when the lying starts. Okay. Logic is about to lie his ass off. Okay. Logic about to lie his ass off. Y'all raise your hand if y'all saw Logic not one single time try to stop that back and forth. Okay. Stop it.
She started name calling.
Then he says I started name calling. I got on that panel. I said, hey, how y'all doing? I said, what's the brother's name to the right? His name is Chaos. Okay, Mr. Chaos, I have a question. Where are your parents from? Chaos goes off. I'm not answering that question. That's a private question. He starts mocking me, playing back and forth. Then he starts cussing at me. And then I say, calm down, Carlton. Logic sells this story as, oh, Six Da Goddis came on there disrespectful and started name calling him, literally lying.
Then he started name calling. But did anybody hear that she said she feel uncomfortable?
Now, look at the face he's making. Look at this face of disgust that he's making. Let me blow this up so y'all can see his face. Y'all gonna have to really pay attention to body language and hear what is said that is not being said during this. This part is very important again to pay attention to. Look at the disgust on his face. Like this tall black bitch had the nerve to say she uncomfortable. When this man is extremely aggressive towards me, I don't know him. He's showing that he knows my social media. He knows my age. He knows I have a child. He knows my nicknames. He knows all that. I have every reason to be uncomfortable. Was part of me trolling? Maybe. Was part of me within my right to definitely be uncomfortable? Absolutely. Logic does not find me worthy of the right to be uncomfortable. This tall, black, articulate bitch ain't uncomfortable. She ain't scared of nothing. Logic has decided that I should not be uncomfortable. Look at his face. He is disgusted. Did you hear her say that she uncomfortable? What's wrong with that? This man knows my whole life. I don't have the right to be uncomfortable. Why are you mad? Why are you taking this so personally?
I heard her say it several times. She said it several.
So now the sister Tamika, she's respecting the fact that I felt uncomfortable. She understands that I had the right to be uncomfortable. So Tamika, she's going into this with good faith, and she's like, yes, she told you guys she was uncomfortable and you didn't do anything. Meanwhile, Logic's angle towards it is, no, that bitch didn't have a right to be no fucking uncomfortable. She said she was just playing.
Times you are being super aggressive. I am uncomfortable right now. I do not feel safe. She said it several times when she got back on the panel. She said it again. That's why I came up here and said,
no, baby. Why is she? What you know what that is? See, you thought I was talking about something totally different.
What are you talking about?
You just proved my point.
Mm-hmm.
And she went in the chat and said she was just playing. Did you know that, Tamika?
When I went in the chat, I said, I was just trolling when I was like, leave me alone, I'm scared. Because y'all know I have an odd sense of humor. So when I was like, don't consent, I'm scared, that was partially trolling, but I was not in any way, shape, or form trolling when I said I'm uncomfortable. This man know a little bit too much about me. I didn't know he was checking for me like that, and I don't like this, okay? But Logic has decided that I am not in my rights to do that. He's policing.
Playing with what? In what regard? She definitely came up here and said she was uncomfortable.
That he feels unsafe.
Okay, and now here go Courtney. Okay, now Courtney was doing good up until this point. This is where Courtney lost me. All right. This is where Courtney, as a woman, really should have stayed on code with this, because God forbid if you ever have a time in your life where you are genuinely uncomfortable, if you as a man are exhibiting behavior towards a woman who is physically weaker than you, and that woman says, I don't like this, I changed my mind, I'm uncomfortable, you as a man should always back up. Because this woman cannot physically defend herself against you. Anytime a woman says, I'm uncomfortable, I really should not have had to say anything outside of that. If I'm saying I'm uncomfortable and you as a man are still pushing up on me, that is an issue. So I don't know why Courtney would sit here and say what she's about to say, because, ma'am, there will be a time where you might be in my position and you would hate for someone to think that you're not worthy of feeling uncomfortable because you're a black girl. So, ladies, this is why we don't get off code and do and pull this move that Courtney is about to pull. The only reason why I can think that Courtney played this move is because she still has residue, salty residue left over from the last time I was on the panel.
Hey,
Tamika,
so
you bit the trap, Tamika.
Yeah. So the idea.
You see how he calls me being uncomfortable a trap? You see how if I was a white girl and that man was being aggressive towards me, they would have immediately respected the fact that I was uncomfortable. But because I am a powerful, tall, dark-skinned woman, it's, oh, she cannot possibly really be uncomfortable. Like, come on, you all right? He hit me with the paid in full. You get shot every day, B, you'll be all right. How you know? I'm a woman. Are you kidding me?
The idea of that is that women can use their femininity, being a woman,
yes,
to say, I feel uncomfortable, I feel safe, to make the man an aggressor.
Yep.
I did not have to make that man an aggressor. He made himself the aggressor. I was not aggressive towards him. Courtney was so off for that. I really can't understand why she would do that. Okay? I did not have to take any action to make that man an aggressor. He was an aggressor on his own. I did not have to do no caring to make him look bad or make him look aggressive. I didn't have to do any of that. He was willingly aggressive by himself. I was not weaponizing my femininity, weaponizing the fact that I'm a woman. What does that even mean?
And that's
Actually,
exactly
actually, can I say something in response to?
Hold on, baby. Hold up. It was my point. She weaponized this on a panel in front of 2,000 people. She weaponized her feminine energy in front of everybody and used it against this man. And we saw it.
See, this is just so intriguing to me. This man was using profanity towards me, refused to answer my question, was extremely combative. Okay, off rip. You said nothing about that. You did not acknowledge that at all. But when I go into my feminine energy and tap out like a lady and say, listen, at this point, I'm uncomfortable, I'm scared, I'm out, that's when you have a problem? Do y'all see this? This is beyond weak. This is the weakest shit I've ever. This is embarrassing.
I agree with you, Logic.
No, but you was coming up here on some totally different energy, sis. You just said it.
Yeah, she was coming up here in the energy that I had the right to be uncomfortable, and really anyone that is unbiased and doesn't just have an issue with me could see how I was uncomfortable and why y'all as men were out of line for allowing this man to be so aggressive and belligerent towards me.
I came up here on the energy that when she was up here weaponizing her femininity,
but y'all watch
whether
this.
You believe she was being sincere in it or not, you could have still stopped the conversation, pointed out that she was weaponizing it, but also checked him too.
She went to us just like he went
We
to
tried
us.
to do that though, Miss Tamika. We tried to do that. And so this becomes the thing. All of us can sing together. We can't all talk together, man.
Okay, so let me show when I end up hitting up JR, and I was like, nah, you ain't about to let them sit up there talking about me, and then I don't get to come up and defend myself. I said, let me back up in there.
It ain't no police.
Y'all not gonna sit and paint me out to be a Karen. Oh no.
Who am I gonna probably be shit?
Logic.
Going to be cops.
Logic.
Out of 10 cops, you might get 2 of them. This shit. That's
now. Watch Nathan. Watch Nathan right now. This guy right here. This is the same Jamaican cop. He just got on the camera. Okay. Watch, y'all. This is the juiciest part of the whole stream. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You have reached to the hottest part of the tea of this stream. Watch how hot this tea is about to get. Lord, y'all get y'all teacup. This is about to burn your tongue. The tea about to get so hot. Lord, watch this.
Logic, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am, you can.
Okay, so I just wanted to come back on because you brought me up. And I wanted to ask why, when I said, hey, this man is, when I came on the panel, I came on and I asked him a question. Okay. He could have simply said, I don't want to answer the question. Instead, he went off on an entire rant. We're going to sit here and act like he did not get aggressive, get loud, start yelling. This man got extremely aggressive, then started attacking my motherhood, talking about I'm a single mom, did all this. So then when I have to defend myself, then all of a sudden I'm playing the victim. If this man did not get aggressive towards me, imagine him speaking that way towards me in real life. Imagine me as a woman having this man yell and scream and go off like that in real life. So if I sit and say, hey, this is making me uncomfortable, he is being irrational. And then at this point, I'm checking out because I'm not about.
Here she go. She always do this. Y'all sorry. Zeta over here tripping. Hold on. Daddy trying to get her together. Hold on a second, y'all. Y'all, hold on. Shout out to the brother MTR. What it do, baby? Real recognized real, baby. Okay, sorry. All right. Sorry, y'all. Y'all see Zeta don't like y'all messing with her mama like this.
To sit and go toe to toe with a man. I've never done that, and I'm not going to do that. Okay. So I don't like how you're painting this picture as though this man was totally respectful and calm, and I just decided to be a Karen and act like I'm he's about to come through the phone and slap me. The reality is the way that he was speaking was unnecessary. As a man, you don't need to speak at a woman that aggressively. You just don't need to do it. This has nothing to do with being a Karen or using my feminine.
Six Da Goddis. Okay, so I thought we weren't going to talk about me, but let me real quick, just 10 seconds. Six Da Goddis, you can rest assured that I would never in a million years have a conversation with you in real life.
Okay, so let me stop him right there. Let me tell you about niggas like this. This nigga, okay, this nigga, you cannot make this up. This nigga tells me that it is him who would never have a conversation with me in real life. It would be me wanting to have the conversation with him, and it is him who would not speak to me. When in real life, men like this that see me in the street and I walk past and all my 6-foot feminine glory, smelling good, looking good, confident, shit bricks when I walk past. And when they see me walk, they're polarized and they're just like, wow. And would never have the courage in 1,000 years to walk up to me and start a conversation and say anything. How many of y'all think that if this man didn't know me, I didn't know him, and he saw me out in the street, that he would come walk dead up to me with my pumps on and my little skirt and my makeup? How many of y'all think that that nigga would walk dead up to me and start a conversation? Boy, you would never, ever in your life. You would never, ever, under any circumstance, could you? So please stop. And you know what's sad about Negroes like this? Negroes like this, literally, if I wanted to, he would suck my asshole. I promise you this. Men that see all this capping he doing, this nigga right here, I guarantee you, if I was like, if I been there was like, lick my asshole right, he'll do it. He would do it gladly. He'd be on his knees like this, panting, like, okay. So that's why all this cap, I ain't trying to hear that. Boy, please. Okay. Now you was capping the whole time, but this level of cap is next level. Your whole day would be made if someone like me came to you in the street and started a conversation with you. Boy, stop capping. Boy, stop lying.
You, again, if you listen to the first 10 minutes of me coming on here, you would already know. I mean, it's your behavior, your decorum. Absolutely not. I wouldn't even talk to you in real life.
Yeah. I mean, if she had that question for me, I was finna address it, but I'm not going to address it if she's not up here. So I would definitely address it. And then
so the stream had kicked me out and I was trying to get back in.
Will prove everything. I sat back and I watched everything that happened, sis. And I saw your question. You came up here and you said you got smoke for him. Your word.
Y'all put in the chat when I said that. Do y'all see the lies? I cannot believe that Logic did not once defend me. But Logic is literally going to the extent of lying to defend another grown man. I never once, Logic said that I came on there saying I had to smoke for Chaotic. I never once came on there and said I had to smoke for him. If me coming on and asking a question that would have made me right and you wrong is smoke in your eyes, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe debate and dialogue just is not for you. Logic literally is bold-faced lying on me to my face.
Words was the brother all the way to the left of the panel. It was your exact words, sis.
That is not disrespectful or aggressive. I don't know his name. I'm asking his name.
Yes, but this is what you did, sis. I can run it back. You said you came up here and you said, well, I ain't really got nothing or whatever, but I got something for the brother all the way on the end of the panel.
I didn't say that. You cannot make this up. And thank God it's on video and I'm able to run this back. Because if I couldn't, Logic had every intention to bold-faced lie on me. And I'm glad y'all have seen the whole interaction for yourself. He is literally lying on me, bold-faced lying to defend a grown man and did not defend me one time.
No,
And
I said I have a question. I said, hey, I have a question. And we can, I mean, it's on camera. We can run it back.
yeah,
What I said is,
that's
I
what I
have a
said.
question. I said, what is
Ma'am,
the brother's name to the right?
ma'am, you
And
said exact-
and I said, where can I ask, where are your parents from? Please
oh,
explain to
ma'am,
me how that is
you said
disrespectful.
exactly what I said. You don't got to repeat it. We heard it. I saw it. And when
Can
you
you
did,
explain how that's disrespectful?
ma'am, it's just like this. I coming up on your panel, right? Or I'm come on the panel, and the first question I have you, I said, Six, you got any kids? When it has nothing to do with the conversation.
If we're having a conversation about parenting and you ask me if I have kids, it would have something to do with it.
But
We're
ma'am,
having a discussion. You
conversation-
please, Logic, let me answer your question.
Mhm.
You're having a discussion about the American justice system. I'm asking where you're from. That question had something to do with the subject. How was that
What color are your
disrespectful?
panties?
Hold on, chaotic. Hold on, chaotic.
No,
Ma'am,
Oh my God, y'all. This is where it gets real. Did y'all hear what he just said? Okay. Now, this is when it actually starts to get very serious. Okay. This is when this really became wildly inappropriate at this point. At this point, I was very disappointed that no one stopped him at this point. And this is why I had every right to be scared. If y'all did not hear what he said, he asked me, what color are your panties? And these men allowed him to ask me that? Wow. And I guess I'm a Karen. I guess that for bringing this up, I'm a Karen. And I guess I'm baiting, using my femininity to bait you all into a battery in your back. That level of disrespect is unacceptable. How dare you allow this man to violate me in that way? Nothing that I said warranted him to ask me such a sexually violative question like what color are my panties? Excuse me? If you say that to a woman at work, you'll get fired. If you have a job and you go up to a female coworker and you ask her what color her panties are, you will be out the fucking door. But y'all sat there and let this man, and y'all just wait. He's going to repeat it. Y'all sat there and let this man ask me what color my panties are? Are you fucking kidding me? This is okay? And all you got from that is that I'm a Karen and a fraud and a chameleon? You can't make this
What color
up.
are your panties?
oh, wait, ma'am.
No, seriously, no. I want to ask a question. What color are her panties?
He says it multiple times. You cannot make this up. And look at Logic. He thinks it's funny. This brother just leaves. He's like, I'm out of here. And look at him. Nathan is eating this up because Nathan's whole goal this whole time was to come on here and throw sand in my hair. Look at the men. Look at Logic. He is ecstatic. This brother is like, what the fuck? Look at this. What just y'all? Woo, y'all, you cannot make this up, y'all. This is so fucking disgusting. It's absolutely ridiculous. I do not deserve this. Y'all call me a Karen, call me what you want. I know for a fact I did not deserve to be violated in this way, period. Call it what you want to call it. I don't care.
Hold on.
We're having a conversation about American government. I ask you where your parents are from, and you come back with what color are your panties? This was okay?
You see what he does every single time? You see how he acts the minute I come on? And then somehow I'm the problem.
Let me answer your question. Right? First, you asked him where he was from, which really had no merit to the conversation.
Why does Logic keep saying that? I'm serious. This is disturbing to me at this point. Okay? We were having a discussion about the American criminal justice system. I asked you, where are your parents from? Like, what is your background? What country have you generationally invested in? That question had everything to do with the conversation. It's not a disrespectful question. It's not a volatile question. In your effort to make me out to be the Karen and the bad guy, you're lying. You all are the Karen in this situation.
Because you're speaking on the American government.
Can you let me finish though? It had nothing to do with the conversation because he already stated that he was born here in the United States. So now then you went on and asked him where his parents from.
I did not ask him where he's from. I did not say, where are you from? And then he say, America. Then I said, where are your parents from? I went straight to asking him, where are your parents from? Because where you're from is not what matters. Anybody can be a citizen, a first-generation citizen of anywhere. That does not mean that's where your foundation and your roots and where you have invested in. There's a reason why I asked him, where are your parents from? Logic, once again, is lying and saying that I asked him, where is he from? And then asked him, where's his parents from? And that's not at all how it went down.
So you was looking to prove some type of point.
No, I came on. The first question I asked was, sir, where are your parents from? I did not ask where he was from. I said, where are your parents from? I had just came into the conversation. That's what I'm saying. It seems like I don't know what had happened prior, but I had just came onto the conversation. I said, where are your parents from? That is not a disrespectful question, and it does not warrant aggressive behavior in response.
Is you was listening. I saw you in the chat commenting on the
When
topic.
JR texted me, I got off of there and I was trying to get on.
So now Logic is insisting that I knew that this man was, or whatever he think. Now I'm telling him, Negro, listen, I'm trying to get on this panel. I'm texting JR. Keep in mind, it's also like 1:30 in the morning. It's late as hell. I'm like, listen, I came on here and asked my question. Why are you reaching so hard to find a way for me asking him where his parents are from to be disrespectful, to warrant his aggressive, belligerent behavior towards me? The reaching and male Karening going on here is absolutely outrageous.
I don't know what he had said prior to those minutes between me getting onto the panel. When I came on, I asked him, where are your parents from? You're still not describing how that's disrespectful to warrant him to be so aggressive.
Yes.
Like, why can't we have why can't we have a conversation? So
No.
why is it that his behavior towards me is completely ignored, but my response to his behavior has become the real problem?
But ma'am, if you don't understand, they're just like we having a conversation about man and female and relationships. And I said, hey, Six Da Goddis, do you got an ass job? Like it really,
now, that would have nothing to do with it. But if we're having a conversation about
the emotion going on here is just exhausting at this point. It's exhausting. It's disappointing. This nigga said, that would be like you come on here and we ask you if you got an ass job. What? Huh? What are you even talking about? What are y'all doing right now? This is so crazy. What the hell is going on here? Seriously. This is so unbelievably ridiculous. I just don't even have the words. Well, that would be like if we asked you if you got an ass job. What? How on earth does that equate in any way, shape, or form? Y'all asking about my panties, my ass? What the hell?
About the American justice system, asking it where someone's background is relevant.
Is he could have been from Paris?
Logic.
No,
please answer this question.
Hold on.
So are you saying
can I make a statement? Can I make a statement? Because
all right, now here comes the part where Nathan just cannot help himself anymore. Nathan is like, God damn it, this bitch gonna talk to me. Oh, this bitch gonna talk to me. Now this part is funny. Y'all watch this.
Hold on, Logic. Can I make a statement? Because The point she's
I'm
making
sorry,
is,
I wasn't done asking my question.
but what you're about to say is
Logic.
irrelevant
All I
because it's
want to
not
know
pushing
is
the
this:
conversation forward.
if we are
Hold on
having
one
a
second.
conversation about the government within a certain country,
One
asking if
second.
that person's background is from that country is not
Look at him
relevant.
smiling. He is eating this up. Look at his face. He has been waiting on this moment for his whole life. I ain't seen him smile like this the whole stream. He is loving this. When I saw his smile, that confirmed to me even more, sis, do not give him the satisfaction. I know what you're doing, sir. I know your type. I've experienced this for years and years. I know what you're doing. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope, nope.
To the conversation.
No, it is not. And I'll explain.
But he wasn't going to take no for an answer.
To you why.
I wasn't talking to you. I'm sorry.
I'm
I
aware
really would
that
like
you're not,
Logic to
but you're
answer.
not.
Now, I'm making it very clear. I'm not talking to you. You're butting into me and Logic's conversation. I said multiple times, like, I'm not talking to you, sir. I don't have anything to say to you. Why are you talking to me? A conversation has to be consensual on both sides. I don't want to talk to you. Why are you forcing me to talk to you? This conversation between me and Logic, I don't want to speak to you. Why are you forcing this conversation on me? He was not going to take no for an answer. Oh, bitch, you gonna talk to me.
But I'm the one that's qualified to have the conversation.
What I told you about a lot of them police officers. What I told you about the psychology on why they become. Why do they become that job? You don't make any money. It's dangerous. You risk your life. It's thankless. Who the fuck becomes a cop? Okay. You know why? Because the power in it is what they really seek. That's why every chance he gets in this conversation, it's like nobody, literally nobody, not one person. I'm the one that's qualified. Sir, shut up. I don't know how else to say this nicer. Shut up. I'm the one that's qualified. Man, shut the hell up. It's a YouTube panel. Like he is really going around, swinging his chest around. I'm the one that's qualified, sir. Nobody cares. Oh my God, it's the inferiority complex for me. Every chance he get, I'm the one that's qualified. People who are really qualified don't need to sit and swing around the fact that they're qualified. Shut up. Because what? You went through the police academy, you're qualified. We don't care. I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh, you're going to talk to me because I'm qualified. Oh, I don't want to.
Because I've done the actual job. I worked in the criminal justice field.
I really came on here because Logic had said something about me,
right,
and I was simply trying to ask him a question about
Logic, can I ask you something since you're moderating this channel?
I only want to turn to an argument. I'm gonna just say this to you, Six Goddess. I'm gonna just say this to you. Hey, look, I have nothing against you. I always call it fair, straight down the middle. That's it. I have nothing personal against you. I saw it. I called it out. I still think you cool. But
okay.
You're
still not explaining how what I said was aggressive, and you're still not explaining
it was
why his response was.
That had anything to do with that topic. If you want to be honest, you took a shot at him.
Am I bothering you?
You bothering me?
Oh.
Okay. Now this part is interesting. Now at this point. At this point, my man, he in the bed sleep, but now he hears the commotion going on, okay? So now he gets up out the bed because When this went down, I literally snuck out the bed and I went into the living room and I'm like, talking to them. So now by this time, it's like 2 something in the morning. So my man comes and gets out the bed and he come in the living room and he's standing there. And he goes, like, what the hell? Like, he was like, what is going on? Why are you out here? Who are you talking to? What the hell is going on? Right? So I look over and I see him and I'm like, ooh, I'm look like a bad kid that got in trouble. I'm like, ooh, he looking like, what the hell? So now I'm telling him, I'm like, ooh, sorry, am I bothering you? You know what I'm saying? Like, uh-oh, like I woke you up, like, oh shit. So they don't know who I'm talking to. I'm going to rewind it a little bit so you guys can hear me. Hold on. Let me see.
Hey, look, I have nothing against you. I always call it fair, straight down the middle. That's it. I have nothing personal against you. I saw it. I called it out. I still think you cool. But
okay,
you're
still not explaining how what I said was aggressive, and you're still not explaining
it was
why
not,
his response was.
That had anything to do with that topic. If you want to be honest, you took a shot at him.
Am I bothering you?
You bothering me?
So now I see that I didn't realize they could hear me because I thought I'm talking low and talking to him. So now I realize, oh my God, they think I'm talking to them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or we could talk about how women weaponize the use of them being afraid against other men and get them in trouble. We can discuss that.
I'm sorry.
And then laugh about it as if it's
okay. Y'all, this part we got to pay really close attention because this is where it gets really tedious. Okay. So now my dude, he's kind of looking like, girl, who the hell you out here on the phone with 2:30 in the morning? He's looking like, don't play with me. Right. So I'm laughing. So he looking at me like, girl, we got to be at the gym in the morning. The hell wrong with you? Okay. So he come in the living room, get some straightening. The hell going on? Okay. So I'm laughing. I'm looking at his demeanor. His body language is so funny. Like he legit came out looking like he came out like if straightening was a person. He came out like, hell going on? Looking like a daddy. Right. So I'm laughing at him. So I'm cracking up. He like, girl, you don't get your ass back in his bed. So I'm like, oh shit, bitch, I got to get off here. I'm about to get in trouble. So I'm laughing at him. All right. So now listen to Nathan. All right. Let me rewind this a little bit again so y'all can hear what he said.
Am I bothering you?
You bothering me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or we could talk about how women weaponize the use of them being afraid against other men and get them in trouble. We can discuss that.
I'm sorry.
And then laugh about it as if it's funny.
I'm sorry, I'm talking to my man. I'm sorry, I wasn't talking
fine.
to you. Thank you.
That's fine. So can we discuss?
So look at how sent chaotic gets when I simply say, oh, I was talking. Y'all thought I was talking to you, but I'm talking to my man. Look how chaotic goes. Ugh. Like chaotic gets so mad. I'm just telling you, I'm talking to my man. I don't understand. What the hell? You got so mad. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Y'all thought I was talking to you. So I wanted to let you know, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my man. What the hell is there to get mad about? Now, y'all watch Nathan. Him. What? Now Nathan is pissed because he came in here to shoot his shot and throw sand in my hair and let me know that he liked me. So now Nathan is fucking furious. Watch this.
Criminal justice system. I think it's a good topic. We could segue in.
Yeah, we can move on.
And if you got to deal with your man 6, you're more than welcome to.
Look at the salt. Oh. Look at the salt. He kind of sits there and play with his tongue. I mean, 6, if you got to go, so you got to go worry about your man. Nigga, you bad or no? What you bad? I don't understand. Oh, you big Okay. You so mad. Why are you upset? You so salty. Boy, you can feel the salt. Look at his face. This is the salty nigga starter kit phase, bro. You Lowry salt, boy. Boy, you sea salt. You coarse sea salt, salty boy. Milk thud head ass boy. Boy, you mad to the motherfucker, boy. How you mad policing what I'm doing, boy? Oh, I forgot because you is the police, boy. You the police of the salt precinct, boy. Head ass. Oh, all right. Well, go with your man then. Head ass.
None of that.
I'm telling you, I forgot that good woman to make me a sandwich. I'm hungry. Y'all got my sushi cold.
So now Logic gets real friendly now. Logic is like, oh shit, she got a man over there. Let me shut the hell up. Now Logic is like, hold on. Now we can't use the whole old single lonely. You can't get a man. So now Logic, no, oh shit. Let me just back up. I ain't trying to have her man hear her in here arguing. Okay. Because most men respect other men, but they don't respect women. So now Logic thinks shit funny. Oh, she about to make him a sandwich. Oh, now it's funny. Okay, when you just was disrespecting me, lying on me, now all of a sudden it's ha ha kiki. Look at the salt. Woo! Boy, this is this. Boy, this right here is the salty. This is the Jordan crying face equivalent. Okay. The face that he making right now, this is 100% Jordan crying face reloaded. Bro, you are so salty. It is absolutely ridiculous. And he'll never admit it. Okay. He'll never ever admit it. But boy, the level of salt, boy, look at his face. He's like, oh, okay. So you just got a man, huh? Oh, all right. Okay. All right.
Little piece and got my
if she just did that, go make a sandwich for her man and get off the panel. I don't understand why she just won't do that.
No, bro, come on. Let her be, bro. Let her be. Let it be.
The reason why I think it's interesting is because the reason why I think it's interesting is because I'm also a foreigner and I've worked in the criminal justice system. So based on her logic, she's basically saying that my statements aren't valid either, and I can't speak.
Okay, do y'all see the reach there? I keep my nigga. I didn't say nothing about you. I did not mention you. I did not speak on you. You see how in his determination to get a conversation out of me, do you see how he reached to make it about him somehow? Well, she was speaking on foreigners, and I'm a foreigner, so therefore he's speaking to me, so therefore have a conversation with me. Nigga, no, I wasn't talking to you. I'm not sitting here having no dialogue with a Jamaican police. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. Well, reach. Well, because I'm a foreigner. He made it about him. It's not about you, sir. I don't give a damn. Because I'm a foreigner and I'm a cop. So therefore, you talking about me. No one was talking to you. Nobody.
I've worked in the Black community for 13 years. My whole family is Jamaican. So based on her logic, what I have to say and what I do is not valid.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'm so glad that you get it. I mean, if you wanted to reach for it, you might as well go ahead and catch it. Your whole family is from Jamaica. You've invested in Jamaica. All right. What they always say, nobody take care of your stuff like you will. Other people don't care about your stuff. They didn't invest in it. This is my country. I have multiple generations that have been here as a foundational Black American. I have a very personal vested interest in this country. So yes, my point of view will always be relevant and yours will not. Your family has invested in Jamaica. Now, I would be wrong to go to Jamaica and tell you guys about what it is and what it isn't because I got a job as a police officer there for a few years. Because it is you and you say your whole family is Jamaican. So that means you all have invested in Jamaica generationally. So yes, I would not want to go there and tell you all what it is. I'm sure y'all wouldn't want me coming to Jamaica and telling y'all what it is and what it is not because it's not my country. I have not invested in that country whatsoever. Okay? So if you wanted to make it about you, I mean, it can apply to you too. Yes, you are. So you're Jamaican. So number one, you have no generational investment into this country, and number two, you're a police officer, so you automatically have a bias and you have a literal pledge of allegiance, pledge of loyalty to the blue, not to the black. So yes, it is a double bias, and yes, I definitely don't want to hear what you got to say, period. What is so hard to understand about that? I'm not going back and forth with you. You have decided to make your life work and your life investment a police officer. I'm not going to take that from you. You're a grown-ass man. That's your choice. I respect your choice. But I'm not going to sit and go back and forth with you and try to convince you of anything. What can I convince you of as a Jamaican police? You have zero reason to reason with the logic of foundational Black Americans whatsoever. Why would I waste my time? So if I said I don't want to talk to you, why can't you respect that? Just like the fact I respect that you're a police. I didn't speak on you in no negative way about you being a police. All I said is, oh, you're a police. Okay, it makes sense. I'm not going to engage with you. That's not disrespectful. It's not violating you in any way, shape, or form. I made a personal decision that I do not want to dialogue with you. What the hell?
And that's why I have to push back on that statement. So to your point, Logic, regardless of where Chaotic is from, how ridiculous his statements may seem, if facts are facts, they don't care about your feelings.
Y'all get ready. Wait. Get ready for the most awkward moment ever. Okay. Y'all sit down, sip your tea. It's about to get very awkward. Okay. It's about to get extremely awkward and uncomfortable. So just get ready for this moment.
6.
I think her man getting that sandwich that I want.
Y'all. Y'all.
Am I bothering you?
Hold on.
You bothering me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ask if you had a man at the house.
Hold on.
Response to his behavior has become the real problem.
But ma'am, if you don't understand, they're just like we having a conversation about
Am I bothering you?
You bothering me?
Hold on.
The reason why I think it's interesting is because the reason why I think it's interesting is because I'm also a foreigner and I've worked in the criminal justice system. So based on her logic, she's basically saying that my statements aren't valid either and I can't speak on it. I've worked in the Black community for 13 years. My whole family is Jamaican. So based on her logic, what I have to say and what I do is not valid. And that's why I have to push back on that statement. So to your point, Logic, regardless of where Chaotic is from, how ridiculous his statements may seem, if facts are facts, they don't care about your feelings. 6.
I think her man getting that sandwich that I want. Move on.
Let him do his thing. He's a good man. Shout out to him.
Yes, nigga.
People like to lead with their insecurities. No one asks if you had a man at the house.
Oh my God. Oh. Oh, y'all, you cannot make this up. This had to be the greatest stream. This gave me such good content. This had to be the greatest stream ever. Wow. Let me replay that one more time. If y'all did not catch the level of salt. Now, keep in mind, the only reason I brought up my man is because when I was talking to him, y'all thought I was laughing at you and talking to you. So I had to let you know, oh no, I didn't say, hold on, y'all. My man just came out here, gotta talk. No, he started talking to me. I was talking to him. Y'all thought I was talking to you. So I let you know, oh, I wasn't talking to you, I'm talking to my man. That's the only reason why I brought it up, because I ain't gotta prove shit to you. Okay. This fool got so salty.
I think it's truth need to be brought to a lot of stuff.
Hold on. Y'all, I gotta play that one more time.
We was trained that way. So I mean,
we gotta play that one more
You
time.
get shot. You know, there's always those small cases where officers just bad at their job and you get shot or whatever, or the officer's lying or the officer's racially.
I think that, I mean, it's the big agenda. I don't think they want.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I think I lost it.
Wow. All right.
Hold on.
Ask if you had a man. The reason why I think it's interesting is because the reason why I think it's
we got to play it one more time.
I'm also a foreigner and I've worked in the criminal justice system.
You can't make this up.
Based on her logic, she's basically saying that my statements aren't valid.
You cannot make this
up. I can't speak on it. I've worked in the Black community for 13 years. My whole family's Jamaican. So based on her logic, what I have to say and what I do is not valid. And that's why I have to push back on that statement. So to your point, Logic, regardless of where Chaotic is from, how ridiculous his statements may seem, if facts are facts, they don't care about your feelings. 6.
I think her man getting that sandwich that I want. Move on.
Let him do his thing. He's a good man. Shout out to him. People like to lead with their insecurities. No one asks if you had a man at the house.
Okay.
It has to be a white guy or something. There's no way in hell somebody black.
This is amazing.
No, this is insufferable. Like I'm telling you, she got me out my square.
I'm just saying, it's not necessary.
Do y'all see this?
Courtney, I gotta call it like it is. I mean, even
okay, but you're doing that.
It's white man. Insufferable. You have to be drunk.
Do y'all see this? I told her about asking about your parents. What race her man is don't got shit to do with the topic.
No, I said I would hope that. Okay, I probably thank you.
It's amazing.
You cannot make this up.
I can't believe that.
Ma'am, I called it. I called them out for that. I said I had nothing.
And that pretty much is it. After this child, I had to go get into bed. I got in trouble. You know, I did not want any more smoke after that. But this is just unbelievable. This whole thing was unbelievable. I'm gonna let a little bit more of it play, and then we're gonna take calls if anybody want to come up.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been calling pigs and police in the back chat.
I've been timing out everybody.
Oh man, I feel the pain. It's all good, but Nathan, I really got that want to just hear your shit though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of stuff that I want to. I think it's truth need to be brought to a lot of stuff. Because I know a lot of the techniques that we used to use in the military, I see y'all use in the police force, and then with this whole George Floyd situation, I got a picture with me wrapping up an Afghani.
Right.
Use that same technique that was trained to me.
Yep.
Same technique that this guy got life in prison for. We was
all
trained.
Right. So I'm gonna have people start coming up.
I don't want to get
y'all. You cannot make this up. Somehow, after all of that, the conclusion that all the incels up at 2 a.m. because they're not getting any pussy. The conclusion they came to was that I'm a Karen. I'm a fraud. They don't support me anymore, and that they're disappointed in me. That is the conclusion they came to. Hi, Mr. Long. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? Let me turn my camera on. I apologize. Can you hear me now, 6?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm doing very good. You know, first of all, as a man, I want to apologize that you had to even go through those things.
Man.
Secondly, I did get the Mayel, like you said.
Yeah, you got
I
it.
did go get the Mayel for my baby girl, like you said. You know, for me, this was a very, very, very um uncomfortable stream to watch, right? And if you don't mind me speaking candidly,
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
will. You know, I thought it was very interesting that one, the men allow other men to talk to you like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I found that interesting because I've had a few run-ins with a few people on the panel myself. The men is one thing, but I was highly upset at how somebody like Courtney Michelle addressed the fact that you was almost egging it on when
Mm-hmm.
you never were. And we're in a space where when women are actually being attacked, men don't say shit. But a person like Courtney will go to people behind closed doors and tell her, I don't want you messing with certain content creators because
EJ Beats. Yeah.
D-Major, baby. All that fake love, I ain't with it. Don't leave a nigga on if you really don't feel it. Tired of these fake ass nigga wanna shake a nigga hand. If it's up, then nigga, we can get it. Tired of these fake ass love, I be getting. Tired of these hating ass clubs, I be hitting. They don't wanna give a nigga credit, I be giving. I be crying to myself, they don't know what I be feeling. When I fall back, they gon' think a nigga tripping. When a nigga mad, they gon' think a nigga flipping. I don't mean no harm, I just gotta keep my distance. I vent to my daughter, she the only one to listen. I don't trust niggas, they'll kill you on the mission. Yeah, I talk to God, when they do it, they go tripping. Everybody changed, I ain't hugged in a minute. Brothers locked up, they ain't thugged in a minute. Inside's black, they ain't loved in a minute. Brother died on a nigga smoking wood like a chimney. Pain in my eyes, niggas seeing bloody vision. I don't venture niggas, they put too kind to the listen. Proud of myself, I be on the television. Red run for life, so I'm stuck with that decision. Free LD, that nigga fighting in prison. The words out his mouth, he gon' die in the prison. Yeah, like real hate nights as I cry. I'm looking at my nigga like, why we gotta die? Ain't it fucked up, we gotta live just to die. Life goes on, and that bullshit is life. But it is what it is, cause I'm thug until I die. Real wrong broke in that bait, that's a lie. They wanna rob, who slide words, they can try. Chopper gon' feed a nigga leg in the thigh. Damn, I done made it out the bait, can't believe it. Nigga fighting over hoes, I done seen it. My old nigga is the ops, can't feel it. Nigga dissing big book, I ain't seen yet. It's some snake ass niggas we ain't kill yet. We got brand new bananas, we ain't peel yet. I got a future hitting me that I ain't live yet. Cock ass rapping nigga shit, I ain't in meal yet. When you broke, don't nobody wanna fuck with you. When you got it, everybody say they stuck with you. If you blind, you get buried in the dust quicker. You my brother, fuck them, it's just us, nigga. Real rum than the people that I trust, nigga. Ain't no second guessing shit, this in my good, nigga. If it's pressure on the pipes, hit a bus, nigga. Down right my temper bad on my bus, nigga. Yeah, them niggas shining hard, they ain't us, nigga. Yeah, them niggas got cars, they ain't us, nigga. Yeah, them niggas got guns, they ain't bust, nigga. All my niggas got keys, but I fuck with them. Real rum, pit bulls, no much, nigga. Niggas changing on they niggas, what the fuck, nigga? Niggas showing out guns just to take pictures. How you take it from a nigga, ain't he ate with you? Only bitch ass niggas break the code. These niggas so sour, that's I know. Red room on my score, they on go. Why I give my heart to people that fold? Yeah, I'm a boss to you niggas. For this body bag, he gon' cost you, little nigga. Standing 10 solid, I ain't walking to you niggas. I been lost, you little nigga. I got my daughter in this bitch with me today with me. Yeah, that's how we doing the weekend for sure. Shit like this.